All right, and we are live. Okay, so Panthers versus Patriots. Obviously, like I said, these two teams have had very different week threes. Obviously, the Panthers coming off a 30-0 shutout of the Falcons, while the Patriots let the game slip away against the Steelers. So, interesting to see how both these goes. Apparently, Mark Wahlberg and the Boston Celtics are there. Okay, interesting choice, to say the least. Um, Obviously, I want the Panthers to win. Do I think they're going to win? No, unfortunately not. But I did pick them to win. I picked them in the pick'ems because I'm hoping they do. But do I have a lot of faith? No, because their pass rush is abysmal. Literally, we're like one of the worst pass rushes in the league. Um, I think it's either I think it's between us, the Cowboys, and the Dolphins for the worst pass rush. So hopefully, hopefully we can get some kind of pass rush. Also, with Christian Gonzalez coming back, that's going to kind of probably shut down T Mac if I had to guess. I mean, Chris Gonzalez is really, really good. Loved him coming out of Oregon. So he's making his season debut, so I would expect that it'll probably be good. Just letting you know that I will be a little bit delayed because I am having to stream this on Streamies, but it's still fine. Going to be returned at about the 5 yard line. So Panthers do start off with the ball. I will say that I will be doing a quarter season Panther review after this game. Instead of doing one every single week, I decided to do like by quarters, make it a little bit easier on myself instead of doing every single game. So after this game is done, I'll do that, and then I'll be streaming tonight. All right, so first down 10 from the 24-yard line. Bryce Young going to be under center with Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Having a lot of delay right now. Goodness gracious. I'm going to have to go out and then try again. Unfortunately, I'm getting way too much delay. Okay. And apparently somebody got hurt. Of course. All right, so let's see what exactly happened. Like, unfortunately, I had a little bit of delay right there. So don't know what happened on that first play, but it's 14:43 left to go in the first quarter. And let's see if I can find. Okay. So David Moore, they're bringing out the card out for him. He picks up the first down, but apparently the second down, he was covered by Chris Gonzalez, so I guess that might be it. But a jet sweep for 12 yards, and then got tugged down by like his arm, sending the card out as well. Okay, so that's basically what ended up happening. So we're on a little bit delay. We're on a little bit delay because of the fact like I'm having to do this on Stream East because unfortunately I do not have Fox or anything like that. Um, but I'll be streaming this game. I'll be streaming tonight's game. Doing a quarter season review for the Panthers after this game too. So be prepared for that. Um, yeah, I'm like I said. I hope we do. I hope we win. I hope we do. But I'm also trying to be realistic. And if we get behind, I'm a little concerned. Because so far it's been good whenever we've had a lead, but I guess I'll look at around the league. Let's see. Eagles already scored, so they're up 6-0 on the Buccaneers with 12:51 left to go in the first. And then the Bills are apparently driving. And so are the Titans. The Titans are driving too. Falcons are in Washington area. Yeah. So showing it right now, so it was Jones that basically drug him down, and then oh my gosh. Oh, ooh, yeah, okay. I get it. I get it. He literally almost broke his arm right there. So first down 10, 14:35 left to go in the first quarter from the 36-yard line. Shotgun formation with Chuba Hubbard to his left. Going to be a handoff to Chuba Hubbard, who is going to try to get up to the 40, up to about the 44. Keeps on getting pushed and going to get really close to first down. I think I'm going to give him 9 yards there. Second down and 1. Hoping Chuba has a pretty good day. Like I said, I have Chuba on my fantasy, but obviously Panthers fan too. But first play of the game, going to jet sweep, and then David Moore looks like, I mean, he got his arm like caught while he was being dragged down, so he had to sit on the cart. But second down and 1. Well, yeah, second down a long one. Going to be empty set for Bryce Young here. Drops back a pass and throws, and it's going to be incomplete, a little bit too high for T-Mac. So third and 1, a little bit too high in front of him. However, there is a flag, and T-Mac was looking at the ref, so I'm assuming he thinks that it was a little too much gravity on. Yep. Pass interference to Carlton Davis. So it'll be first down 10 for the Panthers. 13:41 left to go in the first. Let's see here, because T-Mac was kind of like looking. Let's see. Oh no, yeah, he grabbed his face mask. So first down 10. I'm hoping we have a good drive. Like I said, we have a good setting drive in the very beginning of the game. I feel good. So far, we're doing pretty good. So far. So it'll be first down 10 from the, let's see, where's it going to be at? From the 49-yard line. Bryce Young under center. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Checking to the line. Going to be a PA boot, and Bryce Young is going to throw, and that's going to be a nice little throw to Tremaine. He's going to go to the left side, going to get us to 45, and down to about the 40, about 42, 43-yard line. This will be second down at about 1. Great job there by Bryce, kind of flipping his hips and checking it down to number 87. He's the undrafted guy that we got, who was, I think he was on the Commanders last year. But he's been a really good special teamer for us. Been like our wide receiver, like 6. Bigger bodies, like 6'4", 2 something. Like he's a pretty big dude. So second down 2. Bryce Young under center, 2 tight ends with Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Going to be handoff to him, who's going to get the first down to about the 39-yard line. Nice gain there, about 3 yards, and another first down for the Panthers. 12:50 left to go in the first. See, that's what I'm saying. I like the fact that we're like, running the ball. Take what the defense gives us. We're not trying to be too greedy right now. I'm fine with that. Like I said, just take your time. This is gonna be a long game. All right, so we got a pistol formation. Gonna have Chuba Hubbard behind Bryce Young. Tight end to the left. Drops back a pass. And he's got some time, throws, checks it down. It's nice. Going to be to Mitchell Evans, up to the 30, up to the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. Great game there for Mitchell Evans. That's another first down for the Panthers. 12:06 left to go in the first. Let's see here. I don't know what in the world was. Okay, that linebacker, who is that? Who, Ellers? Why are you backing up so far? Like you basically just gave to Mitchell Evans. Like, I don't know why he was so far back, but, I mean, it was easy pickings right there. So 11:40 left to go in the first quarter. First down 10, shotgun formation. Going to have, looks like Chuba Hubbard going to come into motion. Draws back to pass. And they're going to throw to the left, and that's going to be wide open. That's going to be up to the 10, up to about the 7-yard line, and that's going to be Ted McMillan, goodness gracious. Matched up on Christian Gonzalez. Nice little, is that a comeback? Let's see if that's let's see. No, it's a nice little hitch. Nice. Christian Gonzalez playing a little bit over, but really good job of Ted McMillan stopping, breaking, come back to the ball. So first and goal from the 7. Bryce Young in shotgun formation. Going to have Chuba Hubbard to his left. Draws back to pass. Has got time. Throws for the end zone. And a touchdown to Tommy Tremble. And that is a 6-0 deficit right now for the Patriots. Extra point make it 7-0. And the Panthers strike first. Let's freaking go, dude. That's what I want to see. I'm like I said, I'm not asking for much, but just kind of dinking and dunking down the field. I'm fine with that. Takes what the defense is giving us, and we're up. Let's see here. Oh, it was because it was 31 got turned around by the linebacker. Also, great job of Tommy Tremble there, high pointing the ball. And Ryan Fitzgerald on for the extra point. Kick is up, and kick is... Oh, he missed it. Well, that's Ryan Fitzpatrick's first miss extra point in his young NFL career. So it will be 6-0, 10:51 left to go in the first, and going to commercial break. Because Mitchell, okay, I think off the top of my head. Mitchell Evans, Tommy Tremble, Tremaine, maybe not technically counting David Moore, Ted McMillan. So, okay, so they're counting 4. So yeah, so four different receptions to 4 different people. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I like. I like that we're spreading the ball around. Now, if our defense can get some pass rush, then I'll be very happy. Because that's been the one, not the one thing that I've been concerned about, but the fact that we're really only getting kind of pressure from Prince Umanmielen. Nick Sorton has gotten some pressure on the interior. Like, he's been used a little bit like over the guard, which is good, showing his versatility. But I'm very concerned with the fact that we haven't really gotten any. And I know that obviously not having Wharton because he's been hurt, the big free agent that we got from the Chiefs, that definitely hurts. But I just want to see somewhat some kind of pressure, because if that's the case, then like our cornerbacks played really good last week. Like I said, Charles Smith-Wade, like him more as a run defender, kind of like nickel, but he got himself a pick. But then again, it was the easiest pick he possibly can get. J.C. Horn's been locked down. Mike Jackson's had a pretty good season so far as that cornerback too. Little concerned about some of our safety play, and especially our linebackers. That's what I'm very concerned about. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, it's a 3rd-round pick and then a free agent that was, like, known for mistackling too. So it's kind of predictable. But the defensive line that we invested a lot in, I'm hoping that eventually they can find their stride. Because especially against some of the good teams we play up against that have really good offensive line, they're just going to pick us apart if we can't get anything going. But it is 6-0, so at least there's that. All right, kickoff's about to ensue. Surprisingly, we actually got an article talking about our kicking game, which, I mean, we are number 1 in like starting field position. So kicked out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, so 10:51, first down 10 for the Patriots. Drake May so far having a pretty good day, or pretty good season so far. So from the 35-yard line, Drake May is going to be in shotgun formation with Stevenson to his right. Going to have 2 tight ends to the right as well. Going to be handoff Stevenson, who's going to try the right side and looks about like 3. Oh, actually, no, they're going to back it up. Well, hold on a second. You give 4 momentum, so why did you not just give him? Okay, well, I guess they only gave him 2. That makes no sense. You give him the 4 momentum. Anyways, so second down 9. What in the world? I don't know how that happened. Going to be hand off to Henderson, who's going to make a man miss and get down to about the 42, 41 yard line. Johnson with the tackle. I don't know how the word that happens. Like he literally got 3 yards. Yeah, he got pushed back, but you give 4 momentum. So I don't know what that is. So it's at the 41.5 yard line. So it'll be third down and about long 3 for the Patriots. Let's see if we can get a 3 and out. All right, so Drake May shotgun formation with Ramondre Stevenson to his left. Going to have Bunch to the right, and actually going to send looks like Booty into motion back out. Drake May's got all day to throws, and it's going to be almost picked off. Great coverage there by Mike Jackson, though. And then Trevor Wallace almost got a pick. But it will be 4th and 4 and a punt underway. 9:26 left to go in the first. Oh, he almost had it. He almost caught off the helmet. That would have been nice. But still, a 3 and out by the Panthers defense. Though, like I said, don't like the fact that he had all day to throw. But I'll take a 3 and out. I'll take it. So from about the 42 yard line, and is that a false start? No, yes it is a false start on the offense after we basically just shifted. So I don't know who they called it on, but it's a false start. So it's going to give us hopefully a little bit better field position. All right, so from the 37 yard line, Patriots on the punt, 4th and 9. Punt is away, and it's going to be got pretty good coverage on this. Going to be caught by the 15, up to the 20, up to about the 23 yard line. That's Trevor Etienne. Sorry. Yeah, it is Trevor Etienne. Sorry, the younger brother of Travis Etienne. And this will be first down 10 for about the 23 and we come back from commercial break. So obviously, like I said, what I've talked about before, our cornerbacks doing a pretty good job. Like I said, that was really good coverage by Mike Jackson on Kayshon Boutte. I don't like the fact that our defensive line can't really get any pressure, but then again, it's only been 3 plays, and technically 2 of them were runs. So still early in the game, but some of the concerns I'm still having starts to show up a little bit. Let's look about around the NFL, see how that has gone. Giants actually scored first, so they're up 7-0. Eagles, like I said, they were up 7-7. 7-0, and they're also 2nd and 1 at Tampa Bay's 30. Texans are up. How in the world did the Titans not even score? They were on the the Titans side of the field. Falcons scored. Saints Bills is 7-7. Hold on a second. Let's see how that happened. Wait, did James Cook get a touchdown? Let's freaking go. Oh, he didn't. No, it's Khalil Shakir. That's fine. I still take it, though. I got him on my bench, but that's fine. As long as James Cook has a good day, which I would expect him to. Let's see. Kendre Miller had a touchdown for the Saints. Nice. Okay. Well, 18-yard scamper. And then I looked at the Giants. How in the world that happened? Let's see. Herbert so far 3 for 5 for 15 yards, but he does have a 24-yard rush. That's good. And then Jackson Dart is 2 for 2 for 20 yards, 3 rushes for 28 and a touchdown. And Cameron Scadaboo is 4 for 27. So far they've been able to run the ball. And they're getting complete neighbors because he has 2 for 20. Looky there, the Giants. Actually doing something. Surprising, for sure. But and then Eagles, see who scored that touchdown. It looks like Jalen Hurts, 5 for 6, 34 yards and touchdown. Has a 28-yard reception. And they just scored again, so I don't know who just scored. But the first touchdown was Dallas Goedert. So Eagles are up 14-0. I picked the Eagles, so I'm happy about that. Outscored opponents 43-0 for the Panthers last 5 quarters because we did have that comeback against the Cardinals. So hopefully that continues. From the 23-yard line, first down 10, we got 2 tight ends to the right. Bryce Young under center with Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Now I'm going to send number 85 in motion over to the left. Going to be a play action pass. Bryce Young steps in the pocket. The voice set is going to check it down, and that's going to be to number 85, and that's going to be, is that who I think it is? Yes, it is. It's going to be Mitchell with a catch about 8 yards. So second down and 2. I believe that's Jordan Mitchell, or is it James Mitchell? It's the guy who was he was on the Colts. I believe he was from Virginia. About 3 or 4 years ago. He was an athletic tight end, that's for sure. All right, so second down 2. Bryce Young in the gun, gonna have in the pistol. Gonna send number 81 in motion over to the left, and gonna be a handoff to Chuba Hubbard who makes a man miss. Gonna get up to the first down marker. And about to the 35-yard line. Nice gain there, and that's going to be another first down for the Panthers. 8:24 left to go in the first. Oh, we got Mark Schlereth again as a commentator. Looky there. I think he was for, I think they were for our game last time. Well, last week. All right, so from the 35-yard line, Bryce Young, shotgun formation, going to have Chuba Hubbard to his left. Got 2 tight ends. That's going to be a false start. Had 2 tight ends to the left. Unfortunately, a false start by the right side. So at 7:51, it's going to be first down and 15. Oh, a neutral. Hold up a second. A neutral zone infraction. I thought it was just a shift. But apparently he crossed the line. Hold up a second. So they called it on Harold Landry. Let's see. I thought it was off. I thought it was a false start. So let's see. Um, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think that should have been on us, but I'll take it. I'll take it. First and 5. 7:45 to go in the first. Going to send number 81 into motion once again. Once again in the pistol. Going to be a hand. Oh, play action pass. Nice little play action pass. Dump it off, and that's going to be to Tommy Tremble, who oh my gosh, absolutely just abused. Who was that? Was that Gonzalez that he abused? He got up to the 45-yard line. Great run there. All in the Patriots 45-yard line. That's a first down. Who? No. Oh, no, was it? Wait. Was that Harold? That might have been Harold Landry, number 2. Yeah, I think it is. And also David Moore, his elbow is questionable. I think he's going to be out. It was kind of sick how like his elbow went back. So I don't think he's going to come back. But so far, Panthers driving down the field. First down 10. Going to have Chuba Hubbard to his right. 2 tight ends to the right in the shotgun formation. Play clock's at 5. Got to hurry up. All right. Drops back to pass. Sidesteps the pressure. Rolls out to his left. And just dumps it down on the ground. That's fine. So it'll be second down and 10 from the 45-yard line. What's up, Zoe? Hey, look, Panthers are doing a pretty daggum good job. I'll say that we're up 6-0. 6:41 left to go in the first. You did have a missed extra point, but that's fine. Bryce Young, 6 for 7, 71 yards and a touchdown. So we're looking good. But I'm trying to be too optimistic. I'm trying to be realistic because I know oftentimes this is not the case. So we have looks like going to be in pistol with Chuba Hubbard behind him. Play clock's at 4, 3, 2. Barely got it off. Drops by the pass. Steps in the pocket. Throws. And it's going to be batted up in the air. Incomplete. That's Barmore with the pressure. So it'll be third down and 10. Catching the stream at work today. Okay, nice. Yeah, I want to stream the tomorrow the actually no, it wasn't Barmore. Barmore got the pressure. We didn't get the knockdown. I want to stream the Broncos game, but I'm probably going to stream the Jets Dolphins game until it gets to the Broncos game. All right, so going to be empty set for Bryce Young here on third down 10. Actually, no, sorry. He's got Rico Dowd to his right. Going to be hands to Rico Dowd. He's going to try the left side, cuts back inside, and gets up to about the 43-yard line. So it looks like we're going to bring on the punting units, kind of pin them deep. Yeah, I'm happy for your Panthers. I'm rooting for you guys. Thanks so much, Zoe. I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping we do well. I'm hoping that we get a win because I technically did pick us to win. I don't expect us to win, but I picked us to win because they're totally different things. You can pick, but not have faith in your pick, and I don't. But we're up, so I'll be happy. So 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Punting about to be underway, and the Patriots are going to hope and pray that they don't have another three and out. Let's see here, and it is going to be taken at about the 12-yard line. He reversed the field. Oh, my gosh. Terrible coverage. Up to 30, 35, 40, 45. All he's got left is a punter, and he's going to take it all the way back. Well, they don't have to worry about a 3 and out. How do you even let that happen? They were there. They were literally all there. 5:34 left to go in the first quarter, and we let a punt return for a touchdown. Okay. Okay, one missed tackle right there. Who is that? 81? Who are you? 81, just terrible attempt. And as Sam Martin tried to get in the way. Like I said, trying to be too optimistic because stuff like that. And there is a Patriots that is down. That's not good. Let me actually see who number 81 is, because I think I know who it is, but I'm going to double check to make sure. Actually, I have no idea who this person is. DeLavon Campbell? Don't know who you are, but that was a terrible attempted tackle. Because he was there. It's okay. Like, 81 went when he was while I'm talking about it. When he went down there, I guess he was expecting for it to be a fair catch because he went behind him. But then when he was getting like all turned around, number 25, the returner was, he could have just broken down and tackled, but instead he kind of like was like for some like right here showing it right now. His back is basically to the sideline. Instead of being like square, his back is to the sideline, so there's no way for him to be able to get. There's no way for him to be able to get the tackle. And then number 22 for the Patriots, he absolutely just got trucked, unfortunately, by his own dude. He was the one that they had been attending to. So extra point ensue for the Patriots. See how this works. Well, right now I'm waiting for it, but what is taking so long? Goodness gracious. All right, there we go. All right, kick is up and kick is good. So it is going to be 7-6. Patriots are up. 5:34 left to go in the first quarter. Hopefully we don't go to TV timeout because, like I said, we just went on TV timeout. And we are. Well, not really. I don't know. At least our offense is doing good, so I will say that. So we get to get back on the field. All right, so kickoff about to ensue. We're seeing old Mike Vrabel putting in some looks like some wintergreen. That's an interesting sight to behold. All right, kickers are on to kick away. Going to be returned about the 10-yard line, up to the 15, 20, up to the 25, up to the 30, up to the 35, up to the 40, and down to about the 42-yard line is Rico Dowdle. So it'll be first down 10 for the Panthers at about the 42-yard line, 5:26 left to go in the first quarter. So a pretty decent return. All right, so from the 41-yard line, Bryce Young under center. Going to have Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Going to send Tommy Tremble into motion. Going to be a handoff to Rico Dowdle, who makes one man miss, tries to make another, and gets back to at least the line of scrimmage. Don't know why we left the edge rusher just free. Don't know why we did that. Because Tommy Tremble was coming on the motion, so I guess they were trying to fake that it was a PA boot, but I don't like that when we try to just basically just allow a free rusher. But anyways, it was second down 10. From the 41, Bryce Young, shotgun formation, going to have Rico down to his right, motions about, motion back in. Trips to the left. Draws back a pass, and it's going to throw, and that's going to be caught by McMillan, who's going to get up to about the 50-yard line. So now it's getting there about 9 yards. However, there was a flag. I don't know if it was a false start that would have stopped the play. So I believe it's either going to be illegal shift or it's going to be on the defense. Because if it was a false start, they would have stopped the play. Offsides once again. All right, so who they call offsides? I don't know who they called. Anyways, third down and 1. So I expect us to probably run here. 4:33 left to go in the first quarter. Still 7-6, but so far, offense has done a pretty good job. I don't want to try to jinx it though. All right, so Bryce Young going to be under center. Got looks like Chuba Hubbard in at fullback, and Rico down in the backfield. You got 2 tight ends to the right. Going to be a pitch out to Rico Dowdle. Is going to get the first down up to the 45, up to the 40-yard line. Nice game there of about how much was that? It was over 10. But first down 10. Oh no, who's down? No. We don't need another offensive lineman down. Okay, who is it that's down? Please. No, we already have 2 injuries on the interior. Oh, okay. Who is it? If it's K Mays, we're screwed. Who is it? They're not showing it. It's 4:13 left to go in the first quarter. It's first down and 10 for us, but they're going to commercial break. I gotta check and see who that is. Please, please. We already had Austin Corbett, who was our original center, go down. Cade Mays is a really good center, so I'm glad that he's been able to start. Um, okay, so it's Chandler Zavala. Okay, so apparently he's walking on his own power though. So what? Wait, why are we not replacing him with Brady Christian? Apparently they're saying we're doing Brandon Walton, which is fine. Like he's the practice squad elevation we just had. But for some reason we're not doing with Brady Christensen. Don't understand that. Because Brady Christian's a good offensive lineman. He's like our, I guess he's technically gonna be our swing tackle. But he has played interior, and he's played it well. He played like left guard. This was about 3 years ago. He moved in from tackle to guard, played really well, and then he got hurt at the very end of the game in Week 18 against the Saints. Him and Austin Core, both of them got hurt the last game. Then he hasn't been able to get a starting role because we either reinvested in different ways or he got hurt. But he's good, so I don't know why we aren't playing him. But hopefully everything can be fine. But I do like that Cherry Zavala is walking on his own power at least. All right, so 4:13 left to go in the first quarter. First down 10 from about the 40 or 41 yard line. Sorry. Wow. Okay, so 120 total yards to 7. I mean, to be fair, it was a 3 and out, so that makes sense. But still. All right, so Walton, let's see what you can do. So Bryce Young under center. Gonna have two tight ends in there, split out, and then we got looks like Rico Dowd in the backfield. Going to be a play action pass, and is going to sidestep the pressure, throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of pressure late, but it's fine. Second down 10. Try to get it to T-Mac. How's the game been early on, but score looks close. So we have been dominating this game except for a punt return touchdown. So we drove down the field, scored touchdown on our opening possession, and then then the Patriots had a 3 and out. And then we drove down the field, got to like the 40-yard line, then had to punt the ball away. And then that's when they had the punt return for a touchdown. So, going to be handoff to Rico Dowdle, who is going to try to make one-man miss and actually going to lose a yard. So, third down and 11 for the Panthers, down 6-7. Also, forgot to mention, when we scored our touchdown on the opening drive, we missed the extra point. So, third and 11, 3:35 left to go in the first quarter, still 7-6. But hoping we can get this one. Because then if we don't, there'll be twice now that we're at the 40-yard line and that we can't get anything past that. So, shotgun formation for Bryce Young. Going to send Tommy Trimble into motion over to the right. Chuba Hubbard to his left. Drops back to pass and is going to throw, and that's going to be way behind T-Mac. 4th and 10, going to punt this ball away. Dang it. So 4th and 10. All right. Punting's underway, and it's going to be out into the end zone. It hit it like the 2-yard line. It bounced to the end zone. So 2:56 left to go in the first quarter. It'll be first down 10 for the Patriots. They're talking about Drake May being from North Carolina. I mean, I remember when like before he even came out, a lot of people were talking about like a lot of Panthers fans wanted him because he was in the draft before Bryce Young. But let's see if our defense can kind of do what it did last time and get it a 3-and-out. So first down and 10, Stevenson to the right of Drake May in shotgun formation from the 20. Going to be another play action pass, get some pressure, throws, and that's going to be a little bit tight and screen. Going to get the first down to the 30, 35, up to the 40, down to about the 44, 43-yard line. That's Hunter Henry. Actually, no, it's Austin Hooper. Oh, sorry about that. Austin Hooper with the tight end screen. So 2:43 left to go in the first quarter. First down 10 for the Patriots. All right, so from the 44-yard line, Drake May, Stevenson's got to his left, going to be in shotgun formation. Draws back to pass, and is going to throw quickly, and that's going to be up to about the 49-yard line. Gain about 5 yards there. And that's going to be, who is that? Number 8. Is that Douglas? I think that's Douglas. So second down 5. All right, so from close to midfield, going to send number 4 into motion, going to be a handoff to him, and is going to get the first down up to the 40, up to the 35, 30, before he's dragged down for a first down. And he's kind of coming up kind of slow. It's Gibson. I think he's going to go to the sideline. Missed tackle by Nick Scorton. But Trevor Wallace drug him down at least. So first down 10 for the Patriots. Deep in Panthers territory, back about like the 29-yard line. Under a minute left to go the first. Drake May under center. Going to send Henderson into motion. Going to be a handoff to Stevenson, who is going to get the first down up to about the, what is that, the 8-yard line? I don't know. Had a nice little run there. Dadgummit. Nice little trickeration there. So first and goal for the Patriots. They had Henderson on the fake, and then we got two. Who's that? It's Johnson that got 2 sucked in, of course. Of course, it's Johnson. All right, so from the 7-yard line, Drake May under center, Stevenson in the backfield. Play clock at 1, barely got snap off. Going to be a handoff to Stevenson, who is going to get up to about the 5-yard line. So nice gain there, about 2 yards. Still second and goal, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So in the first quarter, 7-6. Patriots driving all the way down to second and goal from the 5-yard line. They're leading by 1 because we missed the extra point, and also they had a punt return for a touchdown. Let's look at around the league. So let's see what happened around the league so far. Let's see, it changes. Tampa actually scored a field goal, so there's that. Chargers are still scoreless. Falcons are leading Commanders, which I picked the Falcons to have a little rebound, which I'm hoping that they keep up with. They are going against Marcus Mariota, so that's a hopeful. All right, so Marcus Mariota, ooh, nice little rushing yards for the Commanders by Chris Rodriguez Jr., 4 carries, 53 yards. Michael Penix is 6 for 8 for 75 in the touchdown. And Drake London is 4 for 43 and a touchdown. So very nice by Falcons, who have a 10-7 lead. Let's see here. Chargers and Giants, like I said. Justin Herbert has an interception. That's not good for me because I have him in my fantasy. Jackson Dart is 4 for 5 for 38, and he had that rushing touchdown. They're up 10-0. Let's see here. Texans up 6-0. Eagles, like I said, they were up 14-3. Lions are beating Browns 10-7. See how that's going. Looks like Joe Flacco has an interception. Quinshon Judkins has a touchdown, but Joe Flacco 7 for 10 for 88 in the interception. Jared Goff 6 for 8 for 67. Jahmyr Gibbs has 3 carries, 19 yards, and a TD. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs has a touchdown. And then Saints Bills. Let's see here. Bills are up 14-7. James Cook does have a touchdown. Let's freaking go. Good. James Cook has 9 carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Need that for fantasy, so liking that. Let's see what else. And that's basically about it. All right, so we have the time possession, but the Patriots are driving. Please somehow get a stop. 2nd and goal from the 5. Drake May under center. Going to bring tight end into motion. Going to be a play action pass, and Drake May is going to try to roll out, and he's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. And he does a Superman. Okay. So 13-6, extra point about to be ensuing for the Patriots. Can we please get Johnson out of there? They are literally attacking Johnson every single time. In case you're wondering who I'm talking about, I'm talking about DJ Johnson. DJ Johnson was a 3rd-round pick that we drafted about 3 or 4 years ago that we traded up for. We really shouldn't have. Another reason why I don't like TJ Johnson is because of the fact that, with DJ Johnson, is because we had a chance of taking Nick Herbig, who has been really good for the Steelers. We were interested in him before, also extra points up and good. We were interested in him before because we had him on the top 30 visit, all that kind of stuff. And instead we trade up to get DJ Johnson, who has been quite literally nothing for us. And at least with Herbig, it would have been at least better because he's been pretty, like I said, he's been pretty good at Steelers. So hopefully the Panthers will have a decent drive. Because so far we've been able to move the ball, which is something I'm appreciative of. Like, we've been able to move the ball, but we've been stalling out once we get to like the 40-yard line. All right, 14:54. Let's go in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff's about to ensue. Patriots up by 8. And it's a high kick. Going to be returned by the 12-yard line up to the 20, up to the 25, up to the 30, up to about the 33, 34-yard line is ETN. So 1st down 10 for the Panthers. All right, so from the 33-yard line, Bryce Young, shotgun formation. Going to be a play action pass. Avoids a sack. Checks down to Chuba Hubbard. He's got some room to run. Up to the 40, up to the 45, and down about the 46-yard line. Nice job there by Chuba Hubbard. Also, really good job by Bryce Young by avoiding that pressure and just dumping it off to Chuba. So 1st down 10 from about the 46 for the Panthers. Actually, from the 47-yard line. Bryce Young under center, got two tight ends to his left. Not going to move Tommy Tremble into motion. Going to be handoff to Chuba Hubbard. He's going to try the middle of the field, get up to the 50 and down to the 49-yard line. Nice gain there, about 4 yards. Second down, 6 for the Panthers. And Chuba Hubbard talking a little smack. I like it. Love my big man pick. Sad he didn't get the pick 6. Herbert better give me some more fantasy points, though. He better give me some more fantasy points. Like I said, I'm depending on him today. From the 49-yard line, Bryce Young under center. Going to have Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Going to be a play action boot, and he's going to throw it, and that's going to be to Mitchell Evans, who's going to try to cut back inside and gets just close to the first down marker. It's going to be third and a short one for the Panthers. So it's a QB draw that Jackson Dart scored a touchdown. Okay. All right, so 3rd and 1. More than likely, it's going to be a power run, if I had to guess. Bryce Young under center. Chuba Hubbard is the fullback. Rico down in the backfield. Going to be a PA boot, and just going to run it and slide at the 41-yard line. That's a first down for the Panthers. Nice job by Bryce Young. Not forcing anything, just taking what the defense gives them. Like I say, so far, Bryce done pretty good. He's not put us into any bad situations, nothing like that. All right, so first down 10, 12-15 left to go in the second quarter. Still 14-6. Bryce Young in shotgun formation with Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowd to his sides. Going to be a throw to Chuba Hubbard, who's going to make a man miss, get down to about the 44-yard line. Nice gain there, about 6 yards. Second down and 4. So Chuba Hubbard's going to get a little bit of a break. Let Rico Dowd get some carries. On a side note, Falcons offense actually looking offensive. There you go. London is this week's pokey with 20 points and looking to add more. Falcons 17-7, good game. Knock on wood. I did pick the Falcons to win because I thought you had a bounce back. I'm glad y'all doing looking good so far. Second down 5, Bryce Young under center. Going to send Tremaine into motion. Going to be a play action pass. Is going to step up in the pocket. It is going to throw, and that's going to be almost intercepted. Oh my goodness! It literally hit him in the hands, T-Mac, and he popped up in the air. Thankfully, it's not picked. There is a flag, though. 11:23 left to go in the second quarter. Holding on the defense. Okay, so we're going to get a first down. All right. So who did they call it on? Or can they show us where the holding is? On Carlton and Davis again. Let's see here. So it's going to be on Carlton Davis on T-Mac. Let's see. Was it right there? I didn't see it. Oh, well. Bryce Young under center, going to send Tremaine in motion. Going to have Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Going to hand off Chuba Hubbard, who's going to have a little bit of a lane down to about the 26-yard line. So nice gain there, about 5 yards. Second down 5 for the Panthers. $11:05 left to go in the second quarter. Bryce Young empty set. Draws back to pass, and is going to roll out, and he tripped himself up. He would have been fine. It was a smart decision to roll out, but he tripped himself up. Dadgum, it's gonna be third down and long. He literally tripped himself up. He spun and then he slipped, and he would have been good. Dadgummit, man. So it'll be third down and long. I'm assuming third down 11. No, third down 16. Goodness gracious. All right. See how we can get out of this one. 10:15 left to go in the second quarter. Bryce Young, empty set once again. Bunch to the right. Draws back to pass. And he's got plenty of time. Throws across the middle, and it's almost picked off. Carlton Davis tried to pick that one. No, actually, it was Woodson that tried to pick that off. Woodson, I believe that's the Woodson. That's the safety from Cal that they just drafted. Liked him coming out. Yeah, they tried. He had his hands on it. And they're tending to him on the field. Well, actually, no, they're tending to somebody else on the field. I think we're also trying to decide if we want to take a field goal here or if we're going to try to pin him deep. It's 9:59 left to go in second quarter. It's down by 8, and we're going to go to commercial break. All right, so while we're at commercial break, let's look at the other scores around the league. Let's see here. Chargers scored a field goal, so it's still 10-3. Commanders are driving, still 17-7. What in the world just happened? Heyo, what you just did? There we go. Let's see. Texans still 6-0. Eagles scored again, so it's 21-3. I'm hoping that stays the way that it is because I picked the Eagles to win, and I want them to win. Let's see. So, Jalen Hurts, 10 for 11, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Dallas Goedert's got himself 2 touchdowns. Goodness gracious. Baker Mayfield, 9 for 14, which is not bad, only 50 yards. Let's see. What else is happening around the league? Bills still 14-7. And then looks like the Lions and the Browns still Lions 10-7. So not much has changed. But Commanders are knocking on the door. Just a reminder that after this game, I will be doing a quarter season review for the Panthers. I decided instead of doing like what I did last year, which was every single time we lost horribly, made a video. I'm just going to do one like in like the quarters of the season, kind of make it a little bit easier. Talk about the different storylines that so far is happening. But I'm going to be doing that, and then I will be streaming tonight's game, Packers versus Cowboys. Should be interesting. So actually, they were 10-2 Carlton Davis. He's walking off the field. So they are going to try for the long field goal. This is Ryan Fitzgerald. So far, he is 5 for 5 on field goals. This is a 55-yard field goal attempt. He already made a 57-yarder earlier this season. From the left hash. Snap. Hold. Kick is up, and kick is going to be no good. Yep. Nope. So far, Ryan Fitzgerald missed the extra point, and he missed his field goal. Which, I mean, this is more reasonable. It's 55-yarder, but 9:55 to go second quarter, and it was just pushing all the way to the right. It tried to curve back to the left, but nope. Didn't even have the distance. So, Patriots will have plenty good field position. First down 10 at their own 45-yard line. Greg May under center, going to send Booty into motion over to the left. Going to be a play action pass, and he's got all day to throw, and going to throw it to Trayvon Henderson, who's going to be pushed out of bounds by Trevor Wallace for about an 8-yard gain. Second down and 2 for the Patriots. Actually, second down and 1, so 9-yard gain there. Drake May under center, going to have I formation with Henderson in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to him, who's going to get the first down. Gain of about 3 there. So first down 10 for the Patriots. 9:05 to go in second. All right, so from the 43-yard line, Drake May, shotgun formation, going to have Henderson to his left. Draws back to pass, and has got all day to throw. Throws a deep pass. That's going to be caught up to the 20, up to the not 19, up to about the 15, down to the 14-yard line, and that is Douglas. So first down 10 for the Patriots. 8:25 would go in the second quarter. Comets kick another great kick after some great defense and intentional grounding penalty. 17-10 Atlanta. Okay, good. So y'all were able to hold them at least. Wait, no, that's Diggs. My bad. I keep on thinking it's Douglas. Diggs, number 8. All right, so first and goal, down to the 10-yard line, under center with Henderson in the backfield. Going to be handed to Henderson, who's going to try the middle of the field, and it gets about 7. So down to the 3-yard line, second and goal. However, there is a flag. 7:47. Let's go in the second quarter. Face mask on the offense. Ooh, okay. Back him up a little bit. So they called on Austin Hooper. Let's see. I wish I would show it. Let's see. It's a little bit. Is technically he did have a face mask on Wharton. Wharton tried to throw him, and then he put his face in his face mask. That it did enough where technically Wharton couldn't see when anybody was trying to make them play, but still little strange there. Hold on a second. I think I just saw somebody, and I got to double check and make sure this is correct. Is he on the Patriots staff? Yes, he is. Thomas Brown is on the Patriots staff. Passing game coordinator and tight ends coach. I knew I recognized him because he was tapping on Austin Hooper, makes sense, tight ends coach. And I was like that he looks familiar. And yes, Thomas Brown, former offensive coordinator for Bryce Young in his first year, and then became the offensive coordinator for C.J. Stroud. No, not C.J. Stroud. Sorry, for Caleb Williams last year when that whole fiasco went down. See anything else around the league? Nothing's changed. Same old, same old. Trying to see who they were actually working on, though. They were working on somebody. I think it was a Panthers player. But I don't know who it is. Let's see. Oh, it's Cam Jackson. Daggum. All right, so our rookie Cam Jackson from Florida, I think we took him in the 5th or the 6th round. He's the one who got injured. This is walking off, though. All right, so we're about to be back to the action. After that face mask penalty, it does back him up a little bit, but it's still me first. Technically, still first and goal. Ooh, that's what happened to him. Okay, ankle got rolled up on. All right, so it's still technically first and goal from the 24-yard line. Drake May under center. Going to be a handoff to Henderson. Actually, no, it's going to be a reverse. And going to be actually a loss of about 4 yards there to, looks like, who is that, Williams? Yeah, it is. I believe that's Kyle Williams. So nice job there by Nick Scorton by snuffing that out. It'll be second and goal, and it's going to be back at about the, what is that, about 27, maybe? It's going to be pretty far. So 7:10 left to go second quarter. From the 26-yard line, Drake May in shotgun formation with Henderson to his left. Trips to the left. Drops back to pass and is going to throw a little screen action to Henderson, who makes a man miss and gets down to about the 21-yard line. So nice gain there, about 5 yards. Third and goal. However, there is a flag. So what is this? Tripping, great. So, first down. So now it's first and goal because of the tripping by Nick Scott. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty clear it's a trip. It's pretty clear it's a trip, too. So it's going to be first and goal at about the 11, so kind of close to what a first and goal is actually supposed to be. 6:35 left to go in the second quarter. Drake May, shotgun formation, drops back to pass, and is going to look over the middle, and it's going to be caught, and that's going to be down to the 5-yard line. That's Diggs, who got absolutely clobbered by Derrick Brown. So second and goal from the 5. All right, so Drake May going to be in shotgun formation with Henderson to his right. Technically, second and 4. Going to be a handoff to Henderson, who's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. 20-6, 5:48 left to go in the second quarter. Extra point, make it 21-6. This is why I said earlier about trying to have a positive mindset, because usually this is how it goes. It might start off great and then it just goes down. It's still early in the game. We're still able to move the ball, but our defense cannot stop the Patriots right now. After that first 3 and out, we have not been able to stop the Patriots. So kick is up and kick is... No, wait. They said he made it. It was pretty close, but 21-6, 5:48 left to go in the second quarter. Yeah, that tripping. Thank you so much, Nick Scott. Honestly, that tripping changed a lot of things. Like I said, even if Henderson had made a good amount of leeway, it still would have been third and goal from maybe like the 15-yard line, maybe. And so theoretically you could hold him to a field goal. But instead, no, tripping because personal foul, it's a first down. So, yeah. Let's see how it's going around the rest of the league. Is everyone else having a great time like I am? Let's see. Well, the Saints actually scored a field goal, so there you go. So it is 14-10. by the Bills. Um, Looks like the Falcons are near midfield. Still up 17-10. But no other really changes. Eagles are driving. Um, Giants really are shutting down the Chargers. I mean, they only scored 3 points, but um, Justin Herbert 10 for 18, 72 yards and an interception. Let's see what people are saying about the Panthers. The time possession is crazy though. We have almost double the time possession, but we're down 21-6. Okay, we gotta get something here. If we can score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion, I'll feel a little bit better. Turn to the 5, up to the 15, 20, and down to the 25-yard line. First down 10 for the Panthers. Because the Patriots do start off with the ball in the second half. .543 left to go in the second quarter. First down 10. Bryce Young going to be in, looks like pistol, with Chuba Hubbard behind him. And that's going to be a false start. False start on the offense. First down and 15. That's going to be a Tommy Tremble. All right, so first down 15. Bryce Young going to be in shotgun formation. Chuba Hubbard to his right. Going to be a handoff to Chuba Hubbard. He's going to try the left side and is going to get basically back to the line of scrimmage. So second down and 15. Oh, nice touchdown to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So 17-7 for the Lions. All right, second down 15. 2:10 left. Not 2:10, sorry. 5:10 left to go in the second quarter. Bryce Young going to be in shotgun formation with Chuba Hubbard to his left. Going to be a throw to the left side, and out. He overthrew T-Mac. He was open. Third and 15. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Bryce Young so far, 10 for 16 for 104 and a touchdown. All right, so shotgun formation, got Rico Dowdle to his left. Bryce Young going to be a handoff to Rico Dowdle on third and 15, who gets 1 yard. And that's Milton Williams with the tackle. So punt for the Panthers. All right, so punt is away, and it's going to be a pretty good one. Return by the 25-yard line, and you're going to try to reverse field up to the 30, and up to the 40, down to the 50, and he's going to go all the way back. Oh, he actually got tripped up. Looky there. Looky there. He didn't make it all the way back. Made it all the way back to the 15-yard line. Thank you, Sam Martin. Our punt coverage today is absolutely abysmal. 4:02 left to go in the second quarter. It'd be first down and 10 from about the 15-yard line. I mean, so many missed tackles. Thank you so much for Sam Martin. So, from actually the 14-yard line, Drake May under center with two tight ends to the right, and we're going to have Ramondre Stevens in the backfield. Going to be handoff to Ramondre Stevenson, who gets no gain. So, it's going to be second down and 10 from the 14. All right, so from the 14-yard line, Drake May, shotgun formation, Stevenson to his right, drops back to pass, looks to the middle, and is going to find Diggs up to the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. So it's be third down to about 5. Just good stop. Just hold him to a field goal. That's all we need. 3:10 left to go in the second quarter. Drake May, shotgun formation, going to have Stevenson to his right. Going to bring tight end in motion over to the right. Going to drop back to pass and throws, and it's going to be a caught touchdown, Hunter Henry. Well, they're saying it's a, wait, did they say it's a touchdown? No, they say he's short. Well, first and goal from the 1. I'm pretty sure if you look at a replay, I'm pretty sure it's a touchdown. All right, so first and goal. Going to go to 2-minute warning. So it is 21-6. Our punt coverage has looked abysmal so far. Our offense didn't do good that last drive, but before then would continuously be able to get to at least the 40-yard line, or the Patriots 40-yard line. But then we would consistently screw ourselves over by not being able to do anything after that. So that's pretty much how the game's gone. We had a good first drive, but and then the problems that we continue to see throughout the beginning of the season, no kind of pass rush, so nothing like that is causing problems because Drake May's having time to be able to just go through his keys and check it down to the person who's open. So, yeah. Like I said, we can get us if we can somehow get a stop home to a field goal. That would be nice, but the fact that the Patriots start off the ball in the second half. Well, since we're at 2 minute warning, we're looking to see how the rest of the teams are doing. Giants are knocking on the door. Eagles added a field goal to make it 24-3. Saints are knocking on the door on the Buffalo game. The Lions are trying to do basically a minute offense. All right, so first and goal from the 1. Coming out of the 2 minute warning. Drake May under center. I formation. Well, really just goal line formation. Going to be a handoff to, Gibson just walks in for a touchdown. So it's going to make that 27-6. Extra point make it 28-6. At least we'll have basically time to try to do a 2 minute offense. And kick is up and kick is good. So yeah, 28-6. Hopefully not go to commercial break. It just came from commercial break. All right, so let's see what the offense can do. Hopefully something. 28 unanswered points after trailing 6-0. Yep. And it started by the punt return. Kick is underway. And it is going to be returned about the 6-yard line. 15, 20, 25, 30, and down to about the 32-yard line. So about 150 left to go in the second quarter. All 3 timeouts by the Panthers. Hopefully we can get something going. Because outside that first drive, we've been able to mainly get up to like the 40-yard line of the Patriots and then do nothing after that. So hopefully something changes. All right, so Bryce Young going to be in shotgun formation with Rico Dowdle to his right. And going to be a handoff to Rico Dowdle. Is going to try the right side and is going to get a yard. I don't mind it. Try to get some of that clock down so in case we don't do anything, the Patriots don't have enough time to do anything. So 1:35 left to go in the second quarter. They didn't really give us a yard. Bryce Young in shotgun formation with Rico Dowdle to his left. Drops back to pass, and it's going to throw, and that's going to be caught. That's going to be Tommy Tremble up to the 40, and it'll be about 3rd down and 1. 1:15 left to go second quarter. All right, shotgun formation, Rico Dowdle to his right. Going to be a handoff to Rico Dowdle. Is going to get the first down up to the 45 and down to the 46. So nice game there. It's going to be first down 10, under a minute left to go in the game. What game? In the second quarter. From the 46, shotgun formation, Rico Dowd to his right. Bryce Young drops back to pass and throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Try to get to Tommy Tremble. Second down and 10. 45 seconds left to go second quarter. All right, Bryce Young, shotgun formation, going to have like Chuba Hubbard to his right. Drops back to pass and is going to step in the pocket. Is going to run. Actually, going to check it down and throw away. Okay, so third down 10. Don't know why he threw it, but okay. 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. I quite literally don't know why he threw it. He had a running lane. He would have gotten a lot of yards, still would have gotten some. So 40 seconds, third down 10. Going to be empty set. Now I'm going to bring Chuba Hubbard over. So he trips to the right. Chuba Hubbard in shotgun Bryce Young shotgun formation. Chuba Hubbard to his left. Drops back to pass and is going to try to escape. Is going to have to throw it away. Great. And 36 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Fourth down and 10 and a punt. Twenty-eight to 6. Punt is away. Almost got blocked. Going to be out of bounds. I don't know where at, though. 27 seconds left. Patriots have all 3 timeouts. So at least we backed them up pretty far. So ball at the 2-yard line. Maybe we can get a safety. Who knows? Maybe. Drake May under center. 2 tight ends to the right. And it looks like we got Gibson in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Gibson, who is going to get about a yard before he's taken down by Derek Brown. And that's going to be the... Oh, I guess we stop. Yeah, we call it to our first timeout. Okay, so 21 seconds left to go second quarter. So I'm guessing we're hoping that we can get a stop. And then hopefully we can get a field goal range. That's all I can think about. Maybe. So second down 7. From the 4. Drake May under center. 2 tight ends to the left. Going to be a handoff, and great job. Well, he still gained. He still lost a yard, but he could have lost about 3. Third down, and our second timeout was called. 17 seconds left to go in the second. All right, third down 8. From the 4 yard line, Drake May under center. Going to be a handoff to Stevenson, who's going to get basically 3 yards. So we fourth down. Our last time it was called. 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. All right, so what I'm assuming is we're going to try to see if we can get a block field goal. Well, not block field, we'll go block punt. If not that, then try and see if potentially we can get a nice return and try to get a field goal range. That's all I can think about. All right, so from the 7, kick is underway. Oh, it's almost blocked. And it's a nice return from the 35-yard line. It is going to be Hunter Renfrow, who is going to get down. There was 1 second left, but I don't know. They might have stopped it. Who knows? Yeah, there was 1 second left. Technically. We're almost tied for total yards. They have 166. We have 160. Two. And then let's see here. You can hurry it up a little bit. Yeah, we're down with 2 seconds, technically. All right, so 2 seconds. Are we going to really do anything with it? I don't think so, but we can try. So from about the 47-yard line, Bryce Young, shotgun formation, going to have Rico Dowdle in there to help block. And a timeout was called by Mike Vrabel. Goodness. I mean, it's just like it pretty much is doing a Hail Mary, just hoping and praying. Maybe you get a dumb penalty and it sets you up perfectly. I don't know. All right, so Bryce Young, shotgun formation, bunch to the left. Rico Dawes to his right. Draws back a pass and is going to dump it. Got some blockers, and it's because there's way too many people down the field. Doesn't even matter though. Doesn't even matter because for some odd reason, why I don't know why we played that play, but like, is an eligible man downfield. Like it's Like it's like all three of the interior offensive linemen were way down the field, and it wasn't behind the line of scrimmage. So yeah, so it doesn't matter. 28-6. Well, the good news is that against the Cardinals, we were also down by a lot, and we came back and almost won that game. Bad news is that they have scored 28 unanswered, all spurred by a so it is 24-6 Eagles versus Buccaneers. They're showing the highlights. Like I said, I figured that we would lose. I picked for us to win because I was hopeful, but that was kind of fool's gold. But I just I was hoping that we could win, and we could. Like I said, we still technically can. Like I said, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it'd be very hard to do so. It's more so the fact that we literally have had good drives, but we cannot help ourselves. We cannot help ourselves, and actually, once we get to the 40, try to do something. Because we had the long missed field goal where that was technically a good drive. We had uh, we had the punt return. Um, literally have done like nothing. We can't really get anything actually. I don't want to say positive, but we can't really get anything substantial. We can get something positive, but we can't get anything really substantial because at the end of the day, it's still like we are not doing well. Like we're not like getting in. We're not getting field goals. We're not getting really touchdowns after the first one, and we're down by a lot. So I appreciate us being able to move the ball, but I don't appreciate the fact that we're once we get to the 40, we can't do anything like that. Our on defense, we have like not a lot of pressure. So like he's got over 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, getting the ball out for a tight end screen, showing it right there. That one to Austin Hooper. He just has all day to throw. And it's like there's not really much you can do on defense when you can't get like any kind of pressure. And so that was concerning me earlier, and it's going to concern me for the rest of the season. And where our first round pick more than likely is going to be an edge rusher. I was thinking like maybe depending on where we end up picking, maybe a linebacker, but I feel like the linebackers in this draft is more than likely going to be second round picks. But that also has changed too. I mean, Trevor Wallace has at least had a pretty decent day, but our linebackers got to get better. Edge rushers definitely got to get better. So I would be surprised if we didn't go after Ruben Bain potentially. That's what I'm looking at right now. I would love Keldrick Falk, but I think he's a little bit too bigger for us. R. Mason Thomas is another one that I would love for us to get. It really depends on who they're looking for. Are they looking for more like a power guy? Then it'd be more like Ruben Bain. If they're looking for more of a speed 2 power kind of guy, then I would say R. Mason Thomas. So it kind of depends on who they're looking for. But all the momentum is on the Patriots side, 28-6. Like I said, I'm going to repeat this. After this game, I'll do a Panthers review of. Well, I'll start off by talking about the Patriots game, and then I'll do like a quarter season review as well. So it'll be kind of like a lengthier video. Try to get that out before tonight's game. So I'll be streaming that. Be streaming tonight's game. But that's my plan is to do like pretty much after week after week 4 game, after week 8 game, after week 12 game. Like I said, I'll keep on doing um, quarter season reviews. But we have now had 3 injury scares on kickoffs. I'm sick of this. Who else got injured, Emmanuel? Yeah, they're talking about the Falcons game. That's crazy. Yeah, I've had. I mean, like I said, we had a couple of injuries so far in this game too, but because like I said, I haven't seen Cherno Savala come back on the field, so I'm assuming we're still going to stick with Wharton at the right tackle. Well, not right tackle, right guard. He's been playing okay. At least there's that. He was the practice squad that we had. We brought him up for this game. Thankfully, we did because he's like had to play for us. Um, but I want us to do better. I want us to do better. We're not a great team. We're not even really a good team. But I want us to be like a reasonable team. That's all I want. I want us to be a reasonable team. But right now, against good teams, I don't think we really have the footing. But you think we can make a comeback? I think it's possible. Like I said, we were able to do so against the Cardinals. But at the same exact time, it's really going to come down to can we get anything out of our defensive line? Because if we can't get any kind of pass rush, we can't force any dumb throws that Drake May might do. Because that's how we end up winning against the Falcons and come back against the Cardinals. Is that we might not have gotten sacks, but we had pressure enough to get Kyler to throw that dumb interception when they were driving down the field. We had Michael Penix throwing 2 interceptions as well. Like, we're making those kind of plays where technically you're not getting sacked, but you're still forcing the offense to make dumb decisions. And if that's the case, then there's a possibility that we could come back. But as of right now, no. Because, like I said, our offense, though, moving the ball, not really getting anything substantial, just basically getting up to basically the 40-yard line, and then we just falter out. So I'm hoping that we can, but it's not looking so much. Natron Books, Mike Ford, and Xavier Watts got hurt. Dadgummit, man, that's a lot. Hoping y'all do well. Like I said, I picked the Falcons to win, so I hope y'all do. And I should have gone on my gut that we would lose this game, so I might be wrong in pick'ems, which is fine. But I was just hopeful. I was hoping we can pull it off. But like in theory, I said at the beginning of the season, for my season predictions, that the Panthers would lose to the Patriots. And if I remember correctly, I can look back at the actual schedule for the Panthers. If we can get back to what I thought that we could possibly do. So we have the Dolphins next, who I think we can beat the Dolphins. Then it's the Cowboys, which is a harder game. But let's just say we lose. Let's just say we're up 20. We're down 28-6. Say we lose, we go 1-3. Well, you got 2 straight home games, and then you have the Jets. Is there a possibility you could win all 3? Sure. Will you? Probably not. But let's just say that there's some way that we go where we become 4-3. So I think that's reasonable because, like I said, Jets are. I mean, we're not a very good team either, but neither are really these other 3. Like Cowboys, we could possibly lose, but their defense is so atrocious. I'm like, we'll make it into a game. Dolphins are abysmal as well. So even if we fall to 1-3, I think it's possible we can go to 4-3. But then it's Bills and Packers. That's the reason I'm hoping that we can make it to 4-3 because we're pretty much guaranteed to go to lose these 2 games. And then after that, you have 2 divisional games that you have to win. So I'm just trying to think of is there a way the Panthers could try to salvage this season? Because we still technically can. I don't think the Buccaneers are as good as everyone thought they were because of the fact that they were 3-0 because they've had last minute touchdown drives or field goal drives or whatnot. And they're getting beaten by the Eagles, so hopefully that continues. But right now, I just want us to have meaningful December football. So let's just say we're 4-5 after the Packers game. We have the Saints and then the Falcons. We're going to the Falcons game, so hopefully we win that one. But the Saints, It's a divisional game, so it'll be kind of hard. But let's just say we win that 5-5. Falcons. Falcons could get their revenge and they could beat us in their hometown. Their home, so it'll be 5-6. But the reason why I'm hoping we beat them is because if we're somehow 6-5, then you go against the 49ers on Monday Night Football and then the Rams. And then after those two games, which more than likely are losses, then you have Saints, Bucks, Seahawks, Bucks. So that in December football, I want that to be meaningful football of like, hey, we have a chance, we have a shot somehow, some way, and that's all I'm hoping for. That's all I'm hoping for. Because like I said, I believe I said at the midpoint that we would be 2-4, and it's possible we're still 2-4. Not midway point, but like early in the season, we could be still be 2-4. So we could lose this game, drop to 1-3, beat the Dolphins, and lose the Cowboys, and be 2-4, which would be like not the best, but it'd be like understandable. I just want us to have a better season than last year. As long as we have like a better record than last year, I feel good. But they all walked off on their own, but they were nasty injuries. Both Brooks and Net, Ford and Watts, I'm not sure. Watts is back on the field, thank goodness. Okay, good. What do you think are our chances of making the playoffs? Very slim. You have to basically just make it through the division. Like I kind of figured that was the case because like the NFC is going to be a tough test because like I said, you have either the Lions or the Packers are winning the division. The other one's going to be the wild card, and then look at the NFC West. There's more than likely going to be at least two teams coming out of there, maybe three. So let's just say that two teams are coming out of there. Let's just say like Rams and 49ers or something like that. Maybe Seahawks. Like I said, you don't know with the NFC West. And then you have the NFC East, which is, obviously the Eagles are more likely going to win the division, we're assuming. And then we don't know about the other teams, but like it'll be very difficult for us to make the wild card. It'll be way easier for us to try to win the division because like right now we're 1-0 in the division. We don't have the Bucks until very, very late in the season. So if it gets to that point where what I was talking before, like trying to do the predictions, where we have those last 4 games and we're like maybe a game or a game and a half behind the Bucks, like that's reasonable because it'll be the Saints, it'll be the Bucks, it'll be the Seahawks, who's also going to be trying to get into playoffs, and then the Bucks. So, like I said, all I want is for it to be in that last 4 games where we legitimately have a shot. And I think that we could if we beat the Dolphins and the Jets and maybe beat the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys is going to be a harder game because I feel like their offense is going to be able to torch our defense. But it's a home game for us, so hopefully we can pull that one out. I think Luke might hate his offense coordinator more than I hate mine. I still don't trust Zach Robinson, but 6 points against the Titans. He has every right to complain. Oh, I bet I'm probably going to hear about it. I'll probably call him after the game to kind of see how he's feeling while I'm probably editing the video that I'm going to be making. Because yeah, it's pretty abysmal. But Zach Robinson did change where he's on the field now, so that's nice. So kickoff, hit into the 20, up to the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and that's going to be Henderson. However, there is a flag, so don't know what that is, but good job by the kickoff team by hitting right before the 20. So hopefully that's a holding. Or blocking it back. Holding! Just freaking go. Back him up. Okay. So 28-6, but the Patriots, after having a good return, that holding's going to back them up. So I'm hopeful that this will continue. But yeah, I want to be optimistic. I think I had the Panthers with a 8-9 record. I think 7-10 is still reasonable in year 2. And then hoping that we get another good draft class with like a edge rusher in the first round, which is what I've been talking about. So like if we're like in the top 10, I feel like we could get like an R. Mason Thomas, maybe not Bain, depending on where we're picking. But yeah. So from the 22-yard line, Drake May in a shotgun formation. Going to have Stevenson to his left. Draws back to pass and is going to have all day to throw. Throws on the run and Is that a catch or is that a drop? I think it's a catch. I mean, like I said, we're only rushing 3 for some odd reason. And that's a first down for the Patriots. Titans upset is still possible regardless. Texans are not looking good in any regard. No, they are not. And that one was very surprising to me. So great job there by Booty. I mean, it wasn't the best throw. He just basically just like laid down, just like, eh. So first down 10, 14-20 left to go in the third quarter from the 40-yard line. Going to be a play action pass and going to throw, and that's going to be, thankfully, incomplete. So second down 10. Drake May is 9 for 10. Well, actually, no, 9 for 11, 113. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Mark. Not Mark. Sorry, Mike, for subscribing. Like I said, I try to do. I stream a lot of games. I'm trying to do a lot more videos, but like I'm kind of busy with work, so I haven't been making as many videos as I usually make, unfortunately. So it's gonna be second down 10 from the 40. Drake May under center, going to send Hunter Henry into motion over to the left. Got Stevenson in the backfield. Going to be handoff Stevenson, who's going to sidestep a defender. And instead of losing a couple yards, gains 4. So third down and 6. Don't know who that was that shot through, but then he just sidestepped him. Who was that? It was good on Stevenson, but we had him. I have a feeling it was Wallace, but I'm going to make sure that I don't say that it is if it wasn't him. And they don't show it. So third down and 5. 13:40 left to go in the third quarter. Still 20-6. Hopefully we can get a stop here. Drake May going to be in shotgun formation. Going to have Henderson in to help block. Drops back to pass. And stuffs in the pocket. And is going to try to run for the first down. He gets it and slides. And there is a flag. So I think there might be a hold. That might back him up. Please let it be a hold. Yes, let's freaking go. Holding on the offense. Back him on up. Third down. So it was Henderson that did have the hold. He was on, I think it was Lathan Ransom was the one that came on the blitz there. Double check and see. No, it was Charles Smith-Wade that came on the blitz. So Charles Smith-Wade, yeah, it kind of hooks him. Good. Thank you, Henderson. All right, so third and 15. 13:20 left to go in the third quarter. Going to have Stevenson to his left. Shotgun formation. Going to send Booty to motion. Motion back out to the right. Drops back to pass. And only a 3-person rush. Throws across the middle. And, of course, first down. Down to the 42, 43-yard line. That is Diggs. Why are we only rushing 3 when we can't get a pass rush? Why? That's what I don't understand. Like, I get it. I get it. You don't want to bring a blitz or whatever. You want to run stunts. That's fine. But the fact is that we can't get any kind of pass rush. So why are we only doing 3 people? Are like, well, we can't get a pass rush, so we might as well just drop one person in coverage? I don't know. First down 10, 12:30 remaining in the third quarter. From the 43-yard line, Drake May under center. Got 2 tight ends to the right. Going to be a play action pass. And is going to try to take a deep shot. But instead, he is going to, is that technically a sack or is that going to be a no-gainer? Don't know what it is. Rare Kyle Pitts touchdown. Let's freaking go, Emmanuel. Nice. Look at there. Oh, Kyle Pitts getting some love. So second down and 10, 12:05 remaining in the third quarter, still 28-6. Hopefully our defense can get a stop. That's the hope. All right, Drake May under center. Going to be Stevenson. Going to be a handoff to Henderson, who's going to have some blockers out in front. He's going to get the first down, and he ran into who did they run into? It looks like Hollins. Yeah, it was Mac Hollins. But it's a first down regardless on the little end around to Henderson. Great. So first down 10 for the Patriots. 1:15, not 1:15, sorry, 11:15 left to go in the third quarter. From the 32-yard line, Drake May under center. Going to be with Stevenson in the backfield. Going to send Hooper into motion. Handball off to Stevenson, who is going to get no gain. Good job by the Panthers defensive line there. Second down 10. 10:55 left to go in the third. They did give him a yard, so it is second down 9. Second down 9, 10:34 left to go in the third quarter. Drake May, going to be shotgun formation, going to be a play action pass, and is going to roll out and throw, and that's going to be caught by Hunter Henry up to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, walks into the end zone for a touchdown. 34-6. Quite literally a tale of two games. I wish I started him, but oh well, rather the real game than fantasy anyway. I'm really hoping Benchwarmer Brand acknowledges this in Bust Anonymous, because why is Kyle Pitts being good for fantasy? Honestly, don't know. It is an anomaly, that's for sure. All right, so 10-17 left to go in the third quarter, 34-6. I think that the title of my review is going to be a tale of two games, because yeah, this is a beatdown. Gonna go commercial break. 10-17. Well, let's just see how other people are enjoying their Sunday afternoon. Giants are up 13-10. Like you said, Falcons are up now 24-13. Texans are driving. They're only up 6-0, but they are on Tennessee's 12. Eagles, Buccaneers still 24-6. Bills scored again to make it 20-10. James Cook's having a pretty good day. 18 carries for 100 yards and touchdown. Good. I like that for my fantasy. And he's got 0 catches. Come on, guys. Get him involved. I do like the fact that Khalil Shakir has 3 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown. I'm a believer in the Khalil Shakir. I want him to be solid, and he is. Yeah. Let's see about the Browns versus Lions game. Lions still up 20-17, but Browns are knocking on the door at least. Third down 7 at the Detroit's 15. But yeah, it is definitely a tale of two games. I'm sorry, Ryan. It's okay, Zoe. Did you see that Dexter Lawrence got an interception? I did see that because I think it was a man that said that about the big man interception. Old sexy Dexy got himself an interception. Giants are leading, so like obviously, I mean, for the home crowd, you're ecstatic because you're 0-3. You're not really expecting much, and then you bring in Jackson Dart. You're going against 3-0 Chargers, and you're leading. Like, that's pretty good. I did not expect it. I'm still hoping the Chargers win. But, yeah, that's the thing, is that I talked about it after we were leading up 6-0. I was like, this is the part where, like, it's positive right now, but it's probably not going to stay that way. And it didn't. It's okay, though. Kick is away, and it's going to be return from the 5 up to the 15, up to the 20, up to the 25, up to the 30. Oh, man. Going to be up to about the 32-yard line. If Rico Dowdling gets tripped up right there by Harris, he would have been gone. But, yeah. I think Joe Alt got hurt. Oh, dadgum. No, not Joe Alt, too. They already got down Rashawn Slater. Dadgummit. Yeah, no, that really sucks for the Chargers. I mean, like if Joe Alt got hurt, that's both your starting tackles, both like elite tackles that got hurt in the season. That is gracious. There's been a lot of injuries for sure. Going to be a handoff to Chuba Hubbard, who's going to try the left side. Let's see if we can go 35 up to the 40, up to the 43-yard line. First down for the Panthers. Okay, I said just get something positive. Just get something positive. It is 35-6. There's not much you can do, but if you can get something positive, it can carry over to the next game. So, 9:47 left to go in the third. Bryce Young under center. Got two tight ends set. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Going to be another handoff to Chuba Hubbard, who's going to make a man miss and gain about 2 yards. So, second down 8 from the 45. All right, so empty set for Bryce Young. Could be trips to the right. Draws back to pass. And is going to throw. And it's going to be caught by Tet McMillan. Let's freaking go. All right, great job, Tet. And also on Christian Gonzalez. Good. Xavier Watts pick. Let's freaking go, Emmanuel. You know how much I love Xavier Watts. All right. And, oh, wait. Hopefully they don't stop it because it was not a completion. And it's a challenge flag. Dadgummit, he didn't catch it. Dadgummit. He is a challenge flag. Yeah, he didn't catch it. Hey, Ryan, sorry. I was hoping the Panthers could get this. Hopefully they can make a comeback. I'm hoping so. Like I said, a lot of things got to change, though. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's not a complete pass. It shouldn't take that long. Like I said, hold a second. No, rewind that a second. Is his right toe down when he first gets possession? It might be for like a split second, but a split second still technically counts. So, don't know. But it's, yeah, like I said, the game's not over. But when you're down by 29, it will have to take a miracle. Like we will need our defense to get turnovers, and I'm not super confident that that's going to happen. Much less sacks. I mean, that would be very nice, but I don't think it's going to happen either. So, generally, is there a worse roster than us for Derek? Derek, I don't know. I think we don't have the worst roster. I just think that our defense was by far the worst last year, and there's not really a lot you can change in the offseason, especially when we focus on trying to make sure we got a number one wide receiver. Even still, like our edge rushers are young and they're not getting like the pressure that we're hoping for. I would say we have definitely a bottom four roster, but I would say we have the worst. I would say our offensive line is up there with. I would say our offensive line is like probably like 14, which is looking at how much we've invested is still not good, but like it's much better than a lot of people's offensive lines. Tight ends are kind of down there in the dumps, but like we don't, like I said, we just kind of use a lot of different tight ends. Wide receivers are young and at least solid enough. It's not like it's not abysmal, but it's not anywhere like it's not even top 25. But it's like probably like I'll say like our wide receivers are probably like 27, 28. Quarterback, Bryce Young's not the worst. He's actually had a decent game today. So that's just offense. And then, I mean, running back room. I love a running back room. Like Rico Dowdle's really good. Chuba Hubbard's really good. So I love our running backs. And the defense is just, our secondary is okay. Especially with, our addition of Trevor Merring and also with J.C. Horn being really good. But we just don't have like a complete team. We don't have we have some strengths, but we don't have a complete team. Another run by Chuba Hubbard. He's going to get about 6 yards. Let's freaking go. Second down and 4. Um, let's see. What else did I miss? What a ball hawk Watts is. This is why we drafted him. Yes, and I was very upset when y'all did because I wanted Watts. The Saints have the worst roster, and even a bad roster can show up any given Sunday. Look at the Browns, way worse roster than Packers, and they got beat by the Browns. But the Browns have a really good defense. That's the thing. The offense, yes. The defense, no. The defense is good. I'll give that credit to the Browns. I just didn't believe in their offense at all. So second down and 4, going to be a play action pass, and actually going to be a screen to Chuba Hubbard. He's going to get the basically just a yard. Should have followed his blockers there. It's fine. Third down, about 3. I'm loving this rookie class, 2017. Emmanuel, no, don't do that to yourself. Don't do this to yourself. The 2025 Falcons draft class is not 2017 Saints. Don't do that to yourself. Only 2 rosters I think are worse are the Saints and Titans. Browns have Myles Garrett. Exactly. Browns have Myles Garrett, but they also have other good defender. Like say you have Ward. Grant Delpit's really good safety as well. You got really good linebackers. Like I said, you got Schlesinger, who's really good. You got him in the second round, and also love JOK. Like I said, you got good players. So Bryce Young drops back to pass, and is going to check it down to Rico Dowdle, who's going to lose 2 yards. So 4th and 5. I picked the Titans to win today. Ooh, Dobie, a little bit of a sneaky one. I picked the Texans. I thought they were going to bounce back, but it would be hilarious if they lose. Honestly, if the Texans lose, I'm going to try to ask for Luke to send me a video of him ranting about the Texans, and I'll include that in my Panthers video because that'll be hilarious to watch. But yeah, starting 0-4 is pretty downright despicable. So 4th and 5 from the 35-yard line. Bryce Young shotgun formation with Rico Dowdle to his left. Drops back to pass. He's got time. Throws to the right. And it's going to be, he overthrew Tet McMillan. Oh, man. He was trying to throw him open. So turnover on downs. Dadgummit. We spent 5 total picks, including 33 and 52 select Jonathan Brooks and Xavier Legette, LMAO. Yeah, no, so the Jonathan Brooks is unfortunate. That's more just based on injury, that he re-injured himself. But we got Rico Dowdle, that's good. But like I said, still, we traded up to get him. Trading up to get Xavier Legette was more so based upon just hoping that he can develop. And the thing that Xavier Legette is very, very strange. It's very, very strange for how he transitioned from the college to NFL. Is that what he did do well at college and what he was bad at college, totally switched. He was bad at really getting open. He had to kind of get schemed open, but he had the speed, he had the yak ability, and he could catch. And in the NFL, it's the other way around. Legitimately in his rookie year, Xavier Legette was getting open. He just could not catch the ball. And that's what was so frustrating because it was you've improved on one of the aspects that we were really concerned about was your route running ability. You've actually improved upon that. But then your hands have been absolutely the absolute worst. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that he can rebound. But yeah, I was really upset that Ricky Pearsall went. And also, I love Ladd McConkey, so I would have loved that pick too. Honestly, having Ladd McConkey would have been nice. Dude, having Ladd McConkey and Tet McMillan, oh my goodness, that would have been amazing. But, like I said, you live and you learn. It's not a terrible pick, because he's still so early in the season. It's still early in his career. It's only his second year, and right now he's hurt. But Xavier Legette's got to make he's definitely got to make a lot of strides at the end, near the end of this year when he comes back, for us to be truly understanding of okay, hey, we can still keep you in our plans for the future. Because when Jalen Coker comes back, Jalen Coker is really good too. As an undrafted rookie, had a really good season. If he comes back and he's kind of the same as Way, if he starts moving to that number 2 role, what's it going to be for Xavier Legette? So I also picked the Titans to win. It would be so funny now. Like I said, both y'all have a lot of faith in the Titans, but it would be kind of funny if they win. Caleb Williams keeps playing like he did last week. Good lord, we generally might have had the worst trade in NFL history. No, I will die on that hill that it is not the worst trade in NFL history. Not Caleb Williams, sorry. Drake May runs out to his right, going to gain 2 yards. The reason why is because there's two that are way worse than the Bryce Young trade. One, Deshaun Watson trade. Deshaun Watson trade will forever be the worst trade in NFL history because of the fact of what you gave up, what the Texans were able to get with those picks, and the money. Like the money has cash strapped like the Browns for years and years and years, and Deshaun Watson has not been good. And you had to get rid of Baker Mayfield. Like all that stuff came into being. Going to be a run, gain about 2 yards there, so it'll be third down about 6. And the other worst trade that you can generally say is you can still technically say the Herschel Walker trade is worse because of what the Dallas Cowboys were able to actually build. So no, is it one of the worst ones? Sure. Like I say, we can say that now. But if Caleb Williams still stays, relatively good, because yes, he did good last week, but then again, who hasn't done good against the Cowboys defense this year? Literally our defense is bad, but so is the Cowboys. Third down 6 from the 39-yard line. Going to be a draw to Stevenson. Great tackle there by Shaw Smith-Wade, only for a 2-yard gain, and be fourth down and 4. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and a punt for the Patriots. But that's what I'm saying is the Russell Wilson trade's also up there too. That's right. That's a good one, Dobie. Because the Russell Wilson trade, you gave up the money, you gave up the picks, and you were worse for it. So Russell Wilson's definitely up there. You can still say the Ricky Williams trade, but really and truly the Redskins at the time didn't do. Oh my gosh, down the 1 yard line because we keep on shooting ourselves in the foot. Instead of letting it go in the end zone, I don't mind you trying to do something with it if you feel like you can make a miss, but then you fell down and then you go to the 1 yard line. But like I said, I just don't see that being the worst trade. Because Bryce Young, yes, has he been the first overall pick worthy? No, but he's still been a decent quarterback especially the last couple of weeks. You could talk about the beginning of the Cardinals game, but he kind of found his footing near the end of the game. Had a good game, or had a somewhat good game, but he didn't really have to do that much because we were able to kind of move the ball against the Falcons. And then this week, he's done okay. He's made some bad passes, but it's not been it's not been abysmal. So I'm really hoping and praying that we can kind of right the ship, but I'm not gonna have just be piling on that everything's terrible. We're going against a good team of the Patriots who should have beaten should be the Steelers, so it should have been 2-1. They're on the up and up. They've actually done investment in their defense that's worked out for them. Getting Carlton Davis has created a good dynamic duo at cornerback. You were able to get Milton Williams, who has been really good for y'all today. Like I said, it's that kind of stuff where it's their investment has done well. Now, trying to get Harold Landry, I don't understand why they decided to do that, but to each their own. But, yeah. I don't think there is a trade package could rival the Deshaun Speed trade if you set out to make a bad trade. I was dreading the fact that the Bears were in talks to trade for Russ before they pivoted and drafted Justin Fields. A literal loss situation in 2021. What's up, Steven? If Russell Wilson came to the Patriots and was a starter, I'd stop watching. Yeah, that would have been abysmal. I'm not sure the Patriots are a good team. I think the Patriots are a decent team that have an abysmal schedule. They're up there with their 49ers of having one of the easiest schedules in the league. So that's the reason why I think that the Patriots could legitimately go 10-7. Now, some of their fans are going 10. They was we're going 12-5. We're going 13-4. I'm like, no, no. But I think you have a good enough defense where your offense can be solid enough that you can get to like 10 wins, maybe 9, and you can be on the right track. But anyways, first and 10 from the 1 because we were stupid. Bryce Young and 3 tight ends to his under center with 3 tight ends to the left. Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Going to be hand off Chuba Hubbard, who is going to try the middle of the field and gets about 5 yards. So there we go. 2nd down and 5. Russell Wilson is cringe. He is definitely very cringe. Tyler Algier breaks the tackle, turns the corner, and in for the touchdown. Let's freaking go. It was tipped, but it was in nice. So Falcons put it on a little bit on the Commanders. Good. Like I said, I picked the Falcons to win. So I thought they would have a bounce back. But yeah. Bryce Young, empty set. Trips to the right. In a second, like the next commercial break, I'll probably talk about the Patriots. Going to throw it to the right, and that's going to be caught by Tremaine, who's going to gain about 3. So 3rd down and 2. Because, like I said, I do think that the Patriots can possibly go 10-7. And so far, things are going the way that I thought they would. Like I thought they would lose. I thought they would lose to the Steelers in Week 3 because I think that's going to be the deciding factor. I think the Steelers make it to the playoffs, and because they beat the Patriots, they'll knock the Patriots out of the playoffs. 3rd and 2. Going to be in pistol formation. Going to have Rico Dowdle behind him. And that's a false start. Oh, my goodness. False start by Iquanu. And this will be 3rd down. Instead of 3rd down and 2, it will be 3rd down. It will say half the distance of the goal. So, what is that? Well, no, it'll still be like 3rd down and 7 for us. 2:57 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 35-6. 3rd and 6. Bryce Young in shotgun formation, going to have Rico Dowdle to his left. Going to send Hunter Renfrow in motion over to the right. Drops back a pass and throws. Just kind of throwing that one away. So 4th and 6. So punt is about to be underway. Let me just look at the Patriots remaining schedule. So it's 2:34 left to go in the 3rd. Punt is underway. Almost got blocked. Going to be a pretty decent punt, honestly, all things considered. Up to the 40, up to the 45, up to the 50, up to the 45, down to about the 41-yard line. Yeah, the Patriots, like I said, they lost to the Raiders. But that's like Week 1, so Week 1's always kind of weird. Beat the Dolphins. Should have beaten the Steelers. Going to beat us. But then, here's what their remaining schedule is. So they have at the Bills, going to lose. Then you have Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons, which, there's reasonable. You can go 3-1 at that schedule. Then you got Bucks, Jets, Bengals, Giants. So there's reasonable. You can go 3-1 or 2-2 with that schedule. First down and 10 will be a PA boot for Drake May, who is going to run and slide at about the 38-yard line. So gain about 2 or 3 yards. Then you have 2 losable games with Bills and Ravens. And then you finish off the season Jets and Dolphins. Like, legitimately, like they could go 10-7. And that's not asking that much of the Patriots. Now, thinking how I've seen so far, it's more like going to be like 9-8. But, like I said, they could still like hit that 10 win mark. I think they're solid enough that they could do so. And also like Mike Vrabel as a head coach. So, going to be hand off to Ramondre Stevenson, who gets nothing. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 7. 1:35 to go in 3rd. This is bad. I have faith and feel good about my team. Everyone say something negative about us to remind me how bad we truly are. Falcons, you're going against a backup. You're not going against Jane Daniels. That's why I picked you. I picked you because you're upset for losing 30 to nothing to a division rival, and you're going against a backup and Marcus Mariota. So there you go. That should bring it back down to earth. So shotgun formation, 3rd down 6. Drake May is actually getting some kind of pressure and actually throws a little check down to Roger Stevenson, who is not going to get the first down. Gets about 3. So 4th down, about 2 or 3 yards. 50 seconds left to go in the third. Oh, snap, sad news. Malik Neighbors will undergo an MRI to see if he tore his ACL. His ACL, dude? Oh my gosh. Wishing him the best, really hoping the best for him. I picked them because of the multiple injuries that they sustained from the last game, as well as the prior that diminished their roster. So they're going for it on 4th and 3 for some odd reason. Okay. Drake May in shotgun formation. Going to have Ramondre Stevenson to his left, drops back a pass, and is going to throw a bullet. Oh my gosh. On 4th and 3, he throws a bullet, gets it to Diggs, and it's 1st and goal. Going to be the end of the third quarter. That's a little bit of a push off. Okay, I can understand why Mike Jackson was a little bit upset. He was like, "That's a push off," and it kind of was, but I don't think it's enough for offensive pass interference. But still, 4th and 3. Here, I'll pick something bad about my team. We still don't know where they are, basically, because everyone is screwed by the Cowboys. Everything is skewed by the Cowboys game. Over the next 3 games will show me where the the Bears really sit. Because, like, yeah, you've got, let's see, Bears. Let's see here. Also, I want to see what a lot of Panthers are talking about. So you got Raiders, which you should win that one. At Commanders, which will be after a bye week. And you got Saints. So Raiders, Saints, I don't know if you'll get a lot from that because more likely you'll win those games. But at Commanders, more likely Jane Dale's will be back. Then you got Ravens. So I think Commanders, Ravens is really when you're going to learn more about your team. Raiders and Saints are going to be more like tune-up games that you should win. Let's just see. What are the wonderful fans of the Carolina Panthers saying? Let's see. Diggs has 6 catches for 101 right now. Just amazing. Let's see what else people are saying about the lovely Panthers. Trying to see if there's anybody else. People are just talking about Stephon Diggs. Yeah, it's pretty much the same exact stuff. Not really anything changing. Where are we at? Oh, there we go. Where they can actually make some steady improvements, or if it's a season-long project of fixing this roster and taking out players who quite obviously don't want to be out there. That's a good observation there, Dobie. So from the 4-yard line, 1st and goal, going to be a handoff to Gibson, who only gets a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. I'm so sorry, Ryan. It's okay, Zoe. Like I literally said at the very beginning of the game, I don't think we will, but I hope that we can be competitive. Yeah, it's literally a tale of 2 games, and like that's what the title is going to be for the video I'm going to be making after this game. So 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Drake May under center, going to have two tight ends to the right, going to roll up to his right, and is going to try to. They're just going to jump it off nowhere. So third and goal from the 3. 14-16 left to go in the fourth. Still 35-6 though. So, how they win those games will also determine where they are. That's fair. If they can handle them easily, then yeah, they're right on schedule. But if they struggle to beat those teams, then it's going to be a struggle all year. I agree. Like I said, I think the Raiders would be like are going to be an interesting one you have to go against because you've already had a very dominant game last week. So maybe hopefully you're not going to get too high on your own supply. But hopefully, like I said, y'all do well and y'all win. So you'll be 2-2 and be looking against going to the bye. So Drake May throws and it's a touchdown. Touchdown to Matt Collins. So Drake May got his second touchdown. Well, actually no, his third touchdown for the day because he got a rushing touchdown and 2 passing touchdowns. Right now it is 41-6, 14-13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, that's right. All right, Michael, I'm surprised the Patriots didn't at least let the clock wind down to the end of the third quarter there. Yeah. Sorry for the loss, Ryan. Remember, you can always watch last week's highlights. Yes, I can, Emmanuel. If they can even win those games in the first place, today's game will determine how the Ravens are. True. Extra point about to be up for the Patriots to make it 42-6. And it's up and good. So it is 42-6, 14-13 left to go in the fourth. They should beat the Chiefs. Oh, we're talking about the Ravens, yeah. They should beat the Chiefs. They should wipe the floor with the Chiefs team. If they can't do that, then they might be in a world of trouble. I do agree with that. I do think that I think the Ravens are going to be like, we're 1-3. We definitely shouldn't be. They've actually played good teams and lost to them. The Chiefs did play, they did play the Chargers. So I think the Chargers are a good team, but they're also getting beat by the Giants when you get them Sunday. But I wasn't expecting a bloodbath. I wasn't really either. I was expecting a competitive, and we started for the game, going down the field, driving, scoring, which is good. And then that punt return after we had a 3-and-out, we have not been able to stop their offense. Since then, we really haven't been able to stop their offense. Some of it's our own fault. Some of it is quite literally just not getting the pass rush, which is a concern that I had, and I said at the very beginning of the game that if something I'll be watching, and it continues to be a problem of not being able to do the quarterback, where the quarterback has 3, even 4 seconds to throw the ball, which is very hard for your defense to cover. And so, yeah, that's pretty much been a lot of the problem. Darnell Wright is out, and Theo Benedict is getting the start at right tackle. Oh, okay, Dobie. I think the over just hit. The Bills are choking. Really? The Bills are choking? Noah's putting up a fight against Buffalo. Crazy. I wish I bet on New Orleans. They're like 15 or 16-point underdogs. That is kind of crazy. Yeah, the Chargers are choking. Well, not really choking. They're like screwing themselves over. Looks like I'm out of that pool. Yep, and that tripping penalty was a real kick in the nuts, dude. The tripping penalty because it was third and goal. It would have been third and goal from maybe the 18-yard line because even though Henderson juked him out of his boots, there were other people there, so he probably would have gotten to the 15. It would be third and goal from the 15, but instead it was first and 10, and then they scored a touchdown. Instead of holding to the field goal, score a touchdown, and so there's a lot of things that went wrong in this game. It's not just one thing. There's a lot of things that went wrong in this game. And it's just been a constant thing. In the first half, after the first drive, being able to move the ball, but then our offense continuously stalling out once we hit the 40-yard line, cost us a lot of momentum, and the defense not being able to get any kind of pressure at all is another problem because literally. They're talking about struggles right now. Literally, you're having you're just having problems trying to stay consistent, trying to stay in the game, and when your defense cannot get any kind of pressure, then he can just sit back and do whatever he wants. So he's not in any kind of pressure, and that's where the problem is. So Bryce Young walks out there, first down 10 from the 35-yard line under center. Two tight ends to the right. Two tight ends to the right. Rico Dowdle in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Rico Dowdle, who's going to try the middle and going to cut up to the left side, up to the 40 and up to about the 42, 41-yard line. So nice again there, about 6 yards. And second down and about 4 for the Panthers. Let's see here. The Patriots weren't even trying to score a touchdown there. They were going to settle for a field goal. Exactly. Somebody needs to be fired. Took Panthers +5. Now that was a little bit dumb. Sorry about that, Eagles fan. That was a little suspect. I wouldn't have taken it by 5. Somebody needs to be fired, sure, but it's not going to happen. Not going to happen this early in the season. Going to be a little rollout and going to be a dump off to Mitchell, who's going to get the first down to the 45 up to the 50, down by the 49-yard line. So nice gain there. It'll be first down 10 for the Panthers. Of course, they're showing the 2022 quarterbacks was Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. Yep. Look, it's the second year of Dave Canales, so he's not going to get fired. Evero, more than likely going to get fired after the end of the season. Like I said, his contract is ending after the season, so it'll be reasonable to let him go. But it's not going to – there has to be a little bit of overhaul in the offseason. Going to be Hans Rico Dowdle is going to try to reverse field and is going to lose a yard. However, there's also a holding on Barmore, so it's going to back him up even more. 12:45 to go into the fourth quarter. But yeah, like I said, like the defense has been a problem. Like even though Evero's first year, you had somewhat decent because you had Hassan Riddick and you also that was Phil Smith. That was Phil Snow. That wasn't even Evero. Phil Snow's when we had Hassan Riddick and we had Brian Burns. But our defense has been decimated by injuries last year. And also, it wasn't a good unit starting off. But once we had those two big injuries with Shaq Thompson and also Derek Brown, it was pretty much confirmed we had a bad defense. Now, not the worst in history, but still. I mean, Rico Dowdle, who's going to make a man miss and get actually some decent yards. So on that first down and 20, gains about maybe 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. 6. So second down 14. 12-12 looking on the fourth quarter. But we tried to overhaul on the defensive line this year. We got Trevor Merrick, who's been pretty good as a safety for us. But our edge rotation is just bad. That's to put it lightly, it's pretty bad. So empty set for Bryce Young here, second down 14 from the 47-yard line. Draws back a pass and he's going to throw a little check down, and that's going to be to Hunter Renfro, who's going to get up to about the 48-yard line, so gain about 5 yards there. It'll be third down and 9. They were talking about Baker Mayfield earlier. They're showing Baker Mayfield a throw to Bucky Irvin, who's going to score a touchdown. 31-20 for the Buccaneers. All right, so third down and 9. Bryce Young, shotgun formation with Chuba Hubbard to his left, bunch to the right from the 48-yard line. Draws back to pass and is going to throw, and that's going to be caught by Tommy Tremble, who's trying to push for the first down. However, he's going to be short, so it'll be fourth down and 2 after that 7-yard gain from the 41-yard line. Yeah, I have a feeling that when I make my reaction video, it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to do as well as the other ones because those ones were a lot. I had like the Commanders one I did last year. I did pretty well, but I don't know. This one it's pretty abysmal right now. 42-6 is nothing to sneeze at. So fourth and 2 from the 41-yard line. Bryce Young, shotgun formation with Chuba Hubbard to his left. Draws back to pass and stuffs up in the pocket. Is going to check it down. Who are you throwing to? Bryce. 2-6, 10-17 left to go in the fourth, and the Panthers turn the ball over on downs. So, yep. Let's see how the rest of the Giants are up 21-18 over the Chargers. Commanders, Falcons is 31-24. Texans, woof. They have came to play 26-0. Let's see here. Bills only up 21-19. So this has been a very interesting noon slate of games. Let's see here. Justin Herbert has 2 interceptions. Goodness gracious. Jackson Dart really hasn't done that much. 10 for 16 for 86 yards and a touchdown. At least they're not trying to ask him to do too much. But actually, let me go ahead and see what people were saying about the Panthers. I'm sure it's all positive for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, so Josh Dobbs is getting in. Drake May, 14 for 17, 203, 3 touchdowns, 1 was a rushing, and 0 turnovers. I think pretty much most people are just talking about Josh Dobbs coming in. Joe Person, very nice. Good news. Panthers are trailing by so much that they probably won't punt again. Let's hope not. Yep. Not gonna have another punt return on us. Panthers are shockingly awful. It's not shocking, or it shouldn't be. Now we shouldn't be losing by this much. That's for sure. We shouldn't be losing by this much, but we are. But yeah. This may be a controversy. Changes a lot. Because you don't have to worry about the fact that you've been able to drive it down the field and that you fumble it twice. Who Panthers play next week, they'll be okay moving forward. So we play I think we play the Jets next. I think that. Because, no. We play the Dolphins. We play Dolphins, Cowboys, then Jets. Dolphins, Cowboys, then Jets. First down 10 from the 41-yard line. Going to be a draw to Gibson, who's going to gain about 2. Well, maybe. So about second down 8. But we play the Dolphins next. And then we play the Cowboys, then we play the Jets. So even though we've looked really bad, we're 1-3. Like, we have an okay next 3 games that maybe you can win some there and get a little more momentum back in the season. But this is definitely not good. Going to be a play action pass. Dobbs throws, incomplete, try to get to Butte, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8, 9:37 left to go in the 4th. But at the very beginning of the season, for the season predictions for the Panthers, I did predict us to lose to the Patriots. Did I ever see it's going to be this bad? No. I can honestly say not. Well, both my teams this weekend have disappointed me in 2 totally different ways. 3rd down 8, going to be a draw to Henderson, who is he's got 6 yards. Going to be 4th down and 2, 9:30 left to go in the 4th. Still 42-6, so still that. But yeah, no. Auburn lost by being abysmal on offense, and then the Panthers have lost by being inept on all sides of the ball. So really, it's a little bit different. But yeah, so it's been a great weekend of football for me. All right, so punt for the for the Patriots. The Panthers are trying to come after this one. Maybe we can get a block. Who knows? Maybe we can get something positive. Maybe we can get a punt return for a touchdown. Wouldn't that be nice? And going to be a fair catch at the 10-yard line by Hunter Renfrow. So 1st down 10 from the 10. All right, so just get something positive. Something will be nice. It's mainly the fact that, like, you drive down the field, He scored a touchdown. It looks good. The rest of the first half, and Andy Dalton's in there, by the way. The rest of the first half, you're able to move the ball, but you're not really able to like have a sustained drive. You get to the 40-yard line, can't do anything after that, and then the defense just absolutely craps the bed. So, going to be handoff to ETN, who's going to get decent yards up to about the 15-yard line. So it's going to be a gain about 6 yards there. 8:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. At this point, we got a lot of our backups in. We got our starting offensive line, which is good, but still. Bryce Young, 18 for 30 for 151 and a touchdown. Not good. But also not like, turnover worthy or stuff like that too. So it's not the worst. But from the 15-yard line, Andy Dalton going to be a play action pass, will be a PA boot, and throws a little floater in way too high for Tommy Tremble. 3rd down and 4, 8:03 remaining in the fourth. 3rd down and 4. Like I said, 8:03 left to go in the fourth. They actually have the Arby's package in, where the big boy, Cade Mays, the center, as a tight end. No, not a tight end. My bad. I'm totally wrong on that. Hunter Renfrow gets the first down. Good job of Hunter Renfrow by pushing forward. I don't know why, but I thought Mitchell Evans was much bigger than he is. So 1st down 10. 7. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a good commentator, but I'm still kind of frustrated. 7:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. 1st down 10. 42-6. So yeah. Andy Dalton under center. Going to have 2 tight ends to the left. ETN in the backfield. Going to be handoff to ETN, who is going to try to follow his blockers, try the right side, and gains about 2. Maybe that. 2nd down 8. In my head, I'm trying to think of like different points I'm going to be bringing up. They're talking about the injury report. Like I said, DeLavon Campbell, the one that missed the tackle on the punt return touchdown, he has out for a hamstring. And then Charles Zavala, that was a knee that was a problem for him, that he was out. But I'll say that Wharton did okay, the undrafted rookie. So it's going to be handoff to ETN, who's going to get about 2 yards again. 3rd down and 6. 6:30 remaining in the fourth. 42-6. From the 24-yard line, Andy Dalton actually going to bring Rico Dowdle over to his left, so in shotgun formation. Trips to the right. 6:05 remaining in the fourth. Drops by the pass, and is going to throw, and that's going to be caught. That's going to be Tremaine up to the 40, up to the 45. It fumbles, and it's out of bounds, though, so it's fine. It's still going to be a 1st down. Good job on Tremaine. Still 42-6. I'm going to just keep on repeating that score. Like it's not so dumb that it's 42-6. But good job by Tremaine. I mean, try to have a little ball security, but it'll also get a little punch out. So 1st down 10 from about the 40-something yard line for the Panthers. $5:30 remaining in the fourth. All 3 timeouts by the Panthers, by the way, too. So, just a little tidbit right there. Andy Dalton under center. Going to have ETN in the backfield. We got 3 tight ends set right here. Goodness. I wonder if we're going to be running. And it is. A handoff to ETN, who is going to bounce up to the right side for 50, 45, 40. Up to the 35, up to the 30. Down to about the 29-yard line is Trevor ETN. Nice little run there. 1st down 10 for the Panthers. Game, and then the last score of the game. And then let's just forget about everything that happened in the middle. Yes, it's against backups. We got some of our backups in too. I mean, we got a backup quarterback, backup running back. Um, not like a couple of our other backups are in. Three tight ends to the left. Goodness gracious. First down, 10 from the 30-yard line. Going to be a handoff to, he's going to lose 2 yards. Durden. Whoever Durden is, good job, Durden, by getting the tackle for loss. So second down, 11. 4:04 remaining in the fourth. In case you're wondering, it's still 42-6. That hasn't changed just yet. But it is possible that it could. It could change very soon. Second down, 11. Shotgun formation. Going to have actually Rico Dowdle to the right of Andy Dalton. Draws back to pass. And is going to throw. And that's going to be caught. That's going to be T-Mac up to the 20, up to the 15, up to the 10, down to the 9-yard line for Tet McMillan. First and goal for the Panthers. Looky there. 3:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Still 42-6 in case you're wondering. Yes, I know. It's crazy. That's the same exact score that it's always been. Yeah, just showing all the misses we've had, all the not being in connection. First and goal from the 10-yard line. Andy Dalton under center with ETN in the backfield. Play clock at 2 and gets the handoff to ETN, who's going to try the middle and going to get, decent little push there up to about the 6-yard line. So a gain of about 4. Second and goal from the 6. A lot of y'all here. Like I said, I'll have a video out talking about this game and really like the quarter of the season, and that's what my initial was doing a quarter of the season review. But I feel like I have to really talk about this game in general and then talk about the other games because it has been 4 completely different games. So, going to be a PA boot, and he's going to throw it out to Tommy Tremble, who gets his second touchdown of the day. Oh, please don't tell me he's hurt. Tommy, no, don't be hurt. He landed kind of awkwardly, and they're just going to let him sit down. But Tommy Tremble gets his second of the day. Make sure he's in. No, he's short. He's short. So Tommy does not get a second of the day. He'll be at the 1-yard line. 2:13 left to go in the fourth quarter, by the way. It's going to be 42-6. Yeah, now listing a third and goal. From about the half-yard line. Hmm. 2:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Still 42-6, in case you're wondering. I know what the score is. Doesn't really matter at this point, but still a score. All 3 timeouts for the Panthers, Andy Dalton under center. ETN in the backfield. Going to be handoff to ETN, who is not does not get it. So 4th and goal for the Panthers. Going to hit the 2-minute warning. So far, it is 42 unanswered. So, yeah. I mean, he actually lost about 2 yards there. I believe that's Whitson with the tackle. Safety from Cal. So. Let's see how the rest of the games are going while we're on our 2-minute warning. I'm sure that other people are having a fabulous time. Giants are knocking on the door. Falcons are up by 10 with about 2 minutes left. Buccaneers kind of weasel their way back into the game. There's 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes left. A little bit less. Let's see. Bills are up 18, not 18, 28 to 19. Lions are putting it on the Browns. That's about it. Uh, I don't know. There's not really much for me to really say, honestly. Like, there's nothing that I haven't already said. That's the thing that I'm like. I've already pretty much said what's I'm going to be kind of harping on in the video. But just in case you are unfamiliar, so Panthers Jaguars, the first game. Jaguars jump out to early lead, and there's no chance for us. This game, we start off hot. We make it 6-0. We get a third and 3 and out. And then we punt the ball, and it's a punt return for a touchdown. And then ever since then, it's been downward spiral. Cardinals, we put ourselves in a hole because of the 2 turnovers. And then we almost make a comeback and almost win that game. And then last week, touchdown to Mitchell Evans. Let's freaking go. So tight end does get a touchdown. And with 1:56 remaining, the score has changed. It is right now 42-12. I expect there to be a 2-point conversion. It would be hilarious if we don't get this 2-point conversion and we lose 42-12. That would be hilarious. Is it going to be the case? No, so we're going for an extra point. Kick is up and kick is good. So we are only down by 29 points. We got all 3 timeouts and 1:56 remaining. So honestly, sparks can fly. No, but they're not flying. But yeah, no, it's let's just say how it's been going by quarter. So first quarter it was 7-6, like I said, and then 21 points in the second quarter by the Patriots, because especially near the end of the second quarter is when they really started to put it on, and then they in the third quarter go drive down the field. So yeah, it's just kind of an easy game for them so far. Yeah, like every single game has been a little bit different. Because for the Jaguars game, we really couldn't move the ball at all. Like the first half, we were moving the ball. We had like 60 something yards, but return to the 20 to the 25, up to the 30, down about the 31-yard line is where the Patriots are going to start off. And Josh Dobbs, pass or not, 1:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see what the Patriots can do. They're showing up with the coming schedule like we've already talked about. We got Dolphins, Cowboys, Jets, Bills, and Packers. So week 8 and week 9, automatic losses. But the next 3 weeks, you never know. So Kneel Down by Josh Dobbs. That's gonna be the game. So, like I said, I'll be making a video uh, reviewing this game. Um, I just I have to collect my thoughts. Oh man, because it escalated really quickly, like really, really quickly. Mm. All right, and then the last Neil, but yeah, just not good. Um, like I said, it's still too early in the season to really be like the season's absolutely over, but there's got to be some accountability for you know why we're still not able to get any kind of pass rush. Um, whether it be like maybe we're not doing enough blitzes, maybe we're not doing enough twists, maybe we're not doing enough that kind of stuff. 34-27 Falcons win. Good job, Manuel. Looky there. So Falcons bounce back. Um, thankfully they win. So like that prediction is good on my end. Um, but yeah, no, just next week the Panthers have the Dolphins, and depending on how the Dolphins go against the Jets, we'll see how it goes. Um, I don't know. I'm still trying to collect my thoughts, trying to think of what I'm going to be really talking about in the video because I don't know, dude. It is just so baffling how bad we lost. Because it was like once momentum was on their side, there was nothing we could possibly do. I think y'all are the better team next week. I might root for y'all since we are on bye. Well, that'd be nice, Emmanuel. Um, I think against the Dolphins, like I said, we have a chance because our strengths match up with their strengths. But I just like, I'm really just trying to think of the fact of like everything that we went wrong because there's a lot that there's a lot that went wrong, to say the least. Uh, I guess I can watch the end of this Buccaneers game. But like so, I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think back to obviously it was 6-0. We had the missed extra point, which was fine. But it was the first drive. We drive down the field. We're looking good. We're mixing run, play action passes. Da, 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 we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We get down the field, bam, score a touchdown. Looks good. And then we miss extra point. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. And then on the Patriots' first drive, 3-and-out. Hey, defense, getting it out, getting it done. Let's freaking go. Like that's what we're looking for. Yeah, it was on two runs and then an incompletion, but still, it was us doing what we're supposed to be doing and getting the 3-and-out. And then it's like, all right. And then we drive again. We get to the 40-yard line. We stall out. That sucks. But you know what? We're still moving the ball. We're still doing what we're supposed to be doing. And then the punt. And we have a punt return. And the punt return is for a touchdown. And then, okay, well, it's still fine. Okay, we're still good on that. We get the ball back on down by one. That's fine. Let's move the ball again. So we move the ball down the field again. get to the 40-yard line, stall out, and then I think that's when we kicked the field goal. They got the fourth down, by the way. The Buccaneers did. They're under 4 minutes, down by 8. Um, and then the Patriots just drive down the field and score a touchdown. So then it's 14-6, but it's still not too bad. It's not too shabby. We're like, all right, it's fine. We drive down the field again, get past the 40-yard line, but then penalties, stupid stuff, pushes back, try for a 53-yard field goal, miss it, set up the Patriots with good field position, and then they score a touchdown. Drive down the field, score a touchdown. And then, so it's 21-6 at that point. Then we don't do anything on that drive. Punt it away. That punt almost gets returned for a touchdown. Thank you, Sam Martin, for getting the tackle there. And then is first and goal, and then a whole bunch of bull happens with the Patriots, where it's second and goal at like the 26-yard line, and they throw a screen pass to Henderson, and Nick Scott, for some odd reason, decides to trip, and it basically is a personal foul, giving a fresh set of downs. Instead of being third and goal from maybe like the 15-yard line, it's first and 10 from the 11 or like the 10-yard line, and they score a touchdown right before half. And then they get the ball to start the second half, and it's drive down the field and score a touchdown. So it's like it's one after another, bad, us screwing ourselves over, bad, and just continuously roll right there. So I'm trying to use during this time, I'm trying to think back to what all happened to when I'm talking about that during the video. Just like it's just a constant problem of we keep on failing going to hit the 40-yard line. Our defense can't get any pressure. We're having third downs and they're converting on third downs. That kind of stuff continues to happen. Texans shout out Titans. Sad in my prediction being wrong. Glad Luke will be happy. Charger upset alert. Hopefully they can pull it out. Let's see how that's gone. Let's see here. Bills pulled away. Lions definitely pulled away. Giants are still technically up. Baker Mayfield trying to avoid the pressure, and he's going to avoid the pressure and roll, and he's going to get the first down on 3rd and 6, gain about 7 yards. Looky there. So 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Actually, I'm going to try to call a decent game because my game was abysmal. So I'll finish off this stream doing the Buccaneers-Eagles game. It actually is pretty decent, and because I'm hoping the Eagles actually win because I picked them to win. And I can also talk about good football. So there's that. But now that I've got everything I never got everything that I'm trying to remember what happened in the first half. I can talk about that. Let me get this back up. All right, so 2:01 left to go in the fourth quarter. First down to 15 from the 44-yard line. Baker Mayfield on the center. Going to be a run by Bucky Irvin, who is going to get up to about the 40-yard line. So nice gain by there, about 4 yards. And it'll be second down and about 11. 1:56 left to go in the fourth quarter when we come back from 2-minute warning. Bird solidarity. Yep. Oh man, I'm trying to still think about the fact that we had, as bad as beatdown it was, there was some things to take away from it. Even as a positive Panthers fan, I'm trying to think of some positives. But it's unfortunate that we continuously shot ourselves in the foot. It's unfortunate that our pass rush is still abysmal, so Drake May had all day to throw. And um, and we had no response. And we could move the ball, we had no response. And then in the second half, it was just all bad. It was just you know it was just not being able to move the ball at all. Really, the second half. So it kind of felt that we had already kind of checked out of the game. Once the Patriots drove down the field and scored, we kind of we're okay. Because it was 28-6 at halftime. It could have been 24-6. Just keep this jersey on for tonight's game too. I don't care. I'll keep it on. It's a very, very, very fine house. Let's see if anything's changed. I sound so depressed, but I'm trying not to be. But I sound very depressed. I'm more so in dismay. Drake May. Let's see if there's anything that's been reported upon. Nothing really. No, not really anything. Second down and 12 from the 40.5 yard line. Baker Mayfield in shotgun formation, going to send Kate out into motion over to the left. Draws back to pass and is going to get sacked. Oh my gosh, he got killed by Jomo. And it's going to be all the way back at midfield, so we third down and forever for the Buccaneers. All right, so timeout is called by the Buccaneers. Third and 23. Looks like I'm out of my survivor pool. Thanks, Charger, for charging it. Yeah. Hopefully the Panthers can bounce back next week. I hope we can. Like I said, we go against the Dolphins. It's a reasonable, it's a home game. Um, what their strengths are, I think we can counter. It just really depends on if we show up. I'm hoping that this game will help revitalize and be like, we should not have been down by this much, but I don't know. Third and 23, Baker Mayfield's going to dump it off to Rashad White, who gets up to about the 38-yard line. So still going to be fourth down and a long, but they did get, a good chunk back at least. So fourth down, I think about 8. No, the fourth and 10. So 1:24 left to go in the fourth quarter. Still 31-23. They got to hurry it up. This is essentially the game. Baker Mayfield, shotgun formation. Rashad White to his left. Draws back to pass. And is going to have to throw off his back foot and way short. And that's going to be basically the game. So 53 seconds remain in the fourth. Still 31-23. The Buccaneers do have 2 timeouts, but it does not matter. Because even though they can stop after 2 of the plays, they can't stop after the third. Well, they'll basically, if it doesn't get a first down, they basically get the ball back with basically punting with 4 seconds. So you'll have to get a punt return for a touchdown, which could be possible. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. So you never know. The ticker says the Dolphins have 3 cornerbacks out this week. Geez, Louise, do they have a secondary, or is it more of what? What'd you say? What'd you say? I honestly, they really don't have a secondary to begin with. Like their secondary is pretty abysmal. So yeah, that's what you want to pick the Jets. Pick the Jets to win. I just golly. So added some more seconds on the clock, so it's 57 seconds left. And the Eagles are just kneeling it. Now they call a timeout. I mean, because technically, the Buccaneers can get the ball back. Like, okay, so they can stop the clock twice, but let's just say that okay, you got about 39 seconds with the play clock, well up to 40 seconds. You can call a timeout. So just say they have 17 seconds left. Well, within 3 plays, you're not gonna get rid of 17 seconds in 3 plays, more than likely. So, like, you're gonna have some time. Yeah, they don't get the first down. So, from the 35-yard line, Jalen Hurts has 2 tight ends to the right. Going to be a handoff to Saquon Barkley, who's going to go right into the middle of that defense for maybe a gain. So 54 seconds remain, and a timeout is called by the Buccaneers. All right, so we got 3 tight ends set. Or technically a fullback's in there, but going to be handoff to Saquon Barkley. He's going to try the middle of that defense and gets to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 with about 49 seconds remaining. They added another second on there, so it's going to be 50 seconds left. Jalen Hurts under center, going to have I formation. Going to be handoff Saquon Barkley, who is going to fall down, lose a yard. 4th and 6. So, yeah, you're going to be punting with about 6 seconds left. All right, so 6 seconds left. Still 31-24 for the Eagles. So I would have been right if they hadn't added on those 2 more seconds. Initially, I said 4 seconds, so close enough. The Buccaneers are going a little bit harder schedule after this game. They got Seahawks, they got 49ers, and then they have, I can't remember who the other person was. Oh, Lions, that's what it is. That's right. So they're entering their tough stretch. And he's just running back. He's running back, and he's out of the back of the end zone. So it's going to be a safety, but it doesn't matter. It'll be 31-25, and the Buccaneers fall to 3-1. The Eagles are 4-0. All right. Well, I'm going to take a breath, and I'm going to make the video. That should be up for tonight's game. So, yeah, I'll see y'all tonight. Hopefully I feel a little bit better.